All right, so previously on the Fellguard, our heroes had just received orders to head to Basin Crest, the magical city and headquarters for the Arcane Alliance, and they were told to look into how the children of Orcus have gathered the spell scrolls that they used during the Yellow Funeral. Along the way, the Breakfast Champions now came across a familiar face. Roby, the ex-Child of Orcus member who Pepper had freed, is working at an inn called the Kombucha Aficionado. They spoke with Roby a little bit and hired him to work for them during their trip to Basin Crest. And after a few days of traveling, the group arrived in the magical city and immediately got to work tracking down the spell scrolls. They visited the Arcane Alliance Guild Hall and met with Lucerin Fyro, one of the heads of the guild, and learned that the scroll checkout system for high-end spells works as a warded room and is protected from those who have without access. And there's a sort of a sign-out system for the scrolls, but the last few pages of the book had been removed. They interviewed most of the people who had access before realizing that one of them wasn't telling the whole truth with Lucerin present. Pepper snuck out and had a conversation with them, and they let slip that Kashar used to be a defender with the Alliance up until a few weeks ago and had access to this space. She also mentioned that Kashar was barely questioned in response to the theft. The group was then brought to some quarters, and after some creative rearranging of who's staying in what rooms, they decided that they were being lied to. And the next day, they would decide to heighten their investigation. And as they were settling down for the evening, Oliver noticed a small mote of arcane energy, an arcane eye, barely perceptible, that vanished into the darkness. And so that is where we find our players. It is late. And right now, Xeris, Pepper, and Foxy have gone to sleep, but Oliver, you are the only person still awake.
And I've just realized that there is a invisible something looking at us.
You just witnessed that it vanished. Basically, it went and
Okay.
was recalled.
Okay. All right. What do I know about this thing? Does it ring any bells as
Sure.
oh, I know what this is.
Give me an Arcana check.
Arcana. That, my dear friends, is a 25.
Hell yes.
Ow.
All right. So the things that you know about the spell Arcane Eye, it is a spell that creates a mostly invisible magical eye that can hover in range for about an hour or so. You know with a 25 that this eye has basically normal vision and is mostly able to gather visual clues. There's no limit to how far this thing can move, but if anything blocks it, it can't see it. Also, it does not gather audio. It only gets visual information.
All right. Okay. All right. I'm going to wake up Xeris.
Okay.
Xeris.
What?
We're being watched.
By who?
Somebody with the ability to cast a relatively powerful spell.
I mean, that tracks considering where we are.
It didn't hear us as far as I know, but it definitely was watching us.
Okay.
But it's gone now.
Are we sure it's gone?
It
Or is
disappeared.
I don't know how this shit works.
When I found it, I went to kick it, and it wasn't there anymore.
Would we have a way to find out if there's any others in this room or anything else that might be listening? Because if we act, we got to know that what they know, and if they only know us just talking, but without what we're saying, we're in a pretty good standing.
I was hoping you could help me sweep the room.
Okay.
And also, should you and I go back to the other room since that's where we said we were going to be? Try not to arouse any suspicion?
That's not a bad idea. We need to sweep both rooms.
Okay. I'm really sorry that I'm waking you up. I know you're tired. But I
No,
don't
it's
think
fine.
this is something I can do very well.
Yeah, totally.
All right, so the two
Let's,
of you, I'm going to say whoever'd like to lead this, do an investigation check and you'll get advantage because of the help action.
Okay. Xeris, I've got a +3. What about you?
I got a +2.
Okay. I guess that's me then. Whee! Oh, I have to roll 2 dice because that's how advantage works. What's going on with my dice, buddy?
How'd you get the bad
Okay.
ones?
It's the same one that just rolled a 19 the first roll of the game. So I've rolled a 9.
Okay.
Can I use the inspiration to roll one more that I've got?
Sure, yeah, I believe I gave you inspiration for some dumbass pun you gave me last session.
That tracks.
I don't know if it was a pun. It was like a very.
Okay. Slightly better. That is a 16.
Okay. To the best of your abilities, how do you sweep the room? This won't affect your standing, but I want to know the flavor text here.
I'm gonna. How do you help?
I was like, I feel like the only thing Xeris would really know how to do is basically like kind of go along the walls and like just, I don't know, anything that could be hidden, like any drawers of dressers or whatever that's in the room, like opening and closing those, like just kind of just analyzing everything from like around against the sides of things, because I wouldn't know how to detect something floating in the air.
Okay. So going
I
through.
take on like a.
Yeah.
Sorry. Go ahead.
No, you please.
So I take my spear and I hold it sideways, and I like take a step and I go like this with it, and then I take another step and go like this, and just do like a grid pattern across the room.
Nice. Okay. You do. I think at this point, Voxy and Pepper do wake up. What with Xeris rifling through every drawer and Oliver sending a light bar through the whole room, basically. I think that Voxy and Pepper.
Where were we sleeping? Were me and Voxy in the bed?
I assume
Yeah,
you
I
two
was
were in
on
the
the-
bed, Xeris on the floor or cot or something,
I was
and
like on
Oliver
the floor.
sitting.
Okay, I get off top of Voxy because I did starfish on top of her on accident. So I roll off of her and I go, why are we all dancing?
And I'm like, who's dancing? What's happening?
I think I found a bug. We're looking for more.
A
Ew,
bug?
bugs.
Just squash it. Just squash it. What's the problem?
You think
Shut
we
up,
could
Oliver.
have better
Go to
pesticides
bed.
in here for a magic place?
Not that
There's
kind
been-
of bug.
Blanket. Blanket comes back off. What do you mean?
Like, I found an invisible magical eye that was following us. To the best of my knowledge, this spell doesn't send audio or verbal information sound to whoever cast it, but they've definitely been watching.
Okay.
But we should
That
still
means-
probably keep, like, don't say too much out loud, if at all possible.
Yeah.
Just in case.
Pepper, can you?
Okay. Yeah. And I message into your head, hi Oliver.
Thank you.
Pepper inspiration for that. That really tickled me. That was a very Pepper thing to do.
Okay. Take it.
That really got me. So you spend a good probably like 10 minutes just going through the whole room as best you can with your spear, swiping it around, trying so hard. Your arms are sore at the end of this. And to the best of your knowledge, there's no other arcane eye in this room.
Okay. Pepper, just
Oliver.
we were debating whether Xeris and I should go back to our room to keep up the appearances as we described to Lutheran.
They
Lutheran.
do know we're in here.
Lutheran.
They do know you're here. And I guess so. I don't see a problem with it. It's just the jig might be up.
Yeah, that's fair. Okay, in that case, maybe we stick with the regular plan. That way, if anything happens, we just, we're here for each other.
Or we could all go into the other room, and that would really trick them.
So Xeris and Voxy have been sitting there quietly while the two of you are messaging back and forth.
And I do finger guns every time for message, which I don't have to do. I could just
It
regular
says you have
point,
to
but that's-
point.
Yeah. And what is a finger gun but a point with fun?
An aggressive
Exactly.
point.
A point with fun. Voxy's just gonna watch them looking at each other and like making different eyes and stuff as they're talking in their heads. Just, can somebody tell us what's happening, please?
Just
What?
wait. We'll figure it out.
Okay.
I just motion finger guns to the other two.
Okay. I go to Voxy. I don't know. Oliver and I were just deciding a plan, but we didn't decide anything, so I don't really know what I'm supposed to convey right now.
Okay. Can we?
Do you have an input on staying in this room? Having
Are we
a boys go
100%
to another
sure?
room?
Are we 100% sure that nothing else is in this room?
To the best of Oliver's ability, you
Word.
are sure.
Is there anywhere in the room where is there paper that I could just write just start writing messages?
Yeah, there's plenty of
This
papers that are all
conversation's
over
gonna
the
take
floor,
forever.
actually.
We have to wait on Pepper to pass the telephone it to all of us.
Yeah, there's paper
and I
that's
don't
spilled
think
all over
that-
the floor.
Okay.
I don't think that going back to their room is gonna matter because even if it only got visual, it knows that they're in here. So that I feel like the jig is up.
I'm
What
gonna
I've
write
been
on.
saying.
I'm gonna write on a piece of paper and show it to all of them, and it's just gonna say, should we wait till morning or do we act now?
But hide it because the visual. I'm
Well,
just gonna
I'm
cover it.
Yeah,
We don't want the
I'm not
eye
like-
to read it.
I'm like,
Sign guy. You just
yeah, I'm not. This isn't Love Actually. I'm just.
He's got a bunch of cardboard.
Is that the one
Yeah,
where they
they
don't
are.
see each other until after they get engaged?
yes. To me,
That's Love is
Oliver, you are
Blind?
perfect. Oh, I don't know. I said yes.
And that's what they do on
Um,
Love is Blind, too.
Okay. So the question.
Okay, what's everybody's like spell slots looking like? Because if we need to get those back, that might be important.
I
Okay,
think
I've only
we're
used a
still
couple.
all good. We rested and then haven't had combat since.
Pepper, you
I'm
used
I'm
two,
I'm all
right?
back.
I
Oh.
used 2 for nothing high level.
Like
for
disguise
running
self,
around.
and I think
Did we get
Yeah,
detect thoughts.
I haven't marked what I've used. So
did the sleep that we just took though even count as a short rest?
It's been like
No.
10
Or-
minutes.
Yeah, it's not. been long.
Oh, I thought it had been longer. Okay.
So obviously I would like hand gesture and try to pass this information to everybody through Pepper, but there is the we could just say that we had a long road and we're very close with each other, and so we all decided to stay in the same room, and then we're still more or less okay.
We could tell them that we're all
Just a giant
together.
group.
We're a
we're all
Quadruple,
codependent on each
we-
other, and we get
Quadruple.
scared when we're not in the same room.
A
We
safer
could-
way to say it, sure.
But that is not as cool and does not that's not like what champions should do.
Do we play?
Champions should be in
Yeah.
a Forple.
I don't know. Look at the Olympics.
Um,
I was wondering why they gave us these tiny twin beds.
And then they,
Cardboard?
they crinkle when you make a lot of noise on them for some reason. Sponsored by Kellogg's.
Oh my
so
God.
as secretly as
Sounds deep.
possible, because this conversation is taking forever, the way we have to, I'm gonna again write something down and hide it as best as possible, and it's
Uh-huh.
gonna say
Give me a stealth check, Xeris.
a stealth check for writing
Yeah.
shit down.
Yeah, you're trying to hide it as best as possible.
That's true. That's true. You're right. You're right.
Good thing you're good at
Oh,
stealth.
that's like 22, 23.
Okay.
I did math really fast.
Noted.
No, I'm just gonna say, like, we could also, if we waited till morning, we could pretend that we didn't
No.
know. We could play
Yeah.
stupid. I don't know if that's a
Yeah,
the right
I don't-
move, but
I think that's a good move. Is playing silly.
I thought
do
it
that.
was a ghost. Or I didn't know what it was. I'm just a dummy who knows no magic.
we're the
Tell them
champions
you
of
are
the
the
Fellguard.
one.
We don't know nothing about magic.
We just
Look at my
fight.
armor. Look at my shield. Clearly, I'm the meathead.
All right, so the plan is to do nothing and play dumb.
I'm just
Just so
asking
I'm
questions because I can't message
Um,
people.
Can
We're
I?
good
Okay,
at D&D.
so we had talked about in the morning going to see the old guy and like talking to him about like Kashard and seeing if he knew anything that he was willing to say not in front of Lutheran. Is it possible we just go right now and do that? Just wake him up?
Sure. I mean, we were last seen here, so assuming that we're not being watched, then that's fine. And you know what? We're the champions of the Fellguard. We can go where we want.
Why does he turn into Mickey Mouse?
Oh boy,
Listen, if you
it's
don't
me,
like it,
a
you can
champion.
get out of our hair.
Oh, I think that's a good idea.
All right.
Just be
I
the
like it.
bosses that we know ourselves to be.
Yeah, I don't think we know where he goes to sleep, per se, but we could try to find out.
Yeah.
All right, so you all grab your things and you exit the room. And I think exiting the room,
What time of night is it?
it's like at this point probably around like 1 or 2 in the morning.
Okay.
All right.
You head out into the halls. The halls are completely vacant. You can't see anybody. Think like very Hogwarts-esque, like stone walls, sconces, torches, that kind of stuff. And as you are walking, are you guys trying to stay quiet or are you just walking? Like, are we stealthing is what I'm asking.
I think.
That's not going to go well if I try.
I
Well,
I
if we're
think it
going
looks
with-
worse
if we're-
if they catch us stealthing versus just
If
walking
we're
around.
If we're going with the hey, we're the
Quietly
Fellguard, we're just gonna
walking.
go walk around because we're the champions, then we don't stealth.
I think it
Bring
would
our
work
big
if
champions around.
We're just like we can't
we're
sleep.
being-
Let's go walk.
we're being quiet out of respect for the time, respect for the hour. Like that
Okay.
kind of quiet, but not
Sure.
stealthing.
We're being professionally quiet.
In this professional office.
Professional courtesy. Yes.
I really like
Castle.
Voxy's attempt here to get around a stealth check by saying, I'm being quiet, but not stealthy.
I could
I mean,
do a
it's-
stealth check. I'll do one if I need to do one. I'm just saying.
But I
what
agree. I
I'm
think we should
role-playing.
pretend that we're just walking around. I don't think we need to.
We're not gonna bang pots on the way, but we're also not gonna like belly crawl. It's just whatever happens. It's God's plan.
Jesus take the
My-
take the
God.
wheel.
All
Mike,
right, all right, all right.
Can
So,
we continually do checks for magic? Is my question. As we
yeah,
walk.
well, there's going to be a ton of magic. You're in the guild hall of the Mages
True.
Guild. Yeah.
But like check to find eyeballs following. I don't know.
Yeah, I think
We're still nothing about magic, so.
like if somebody else wants to take the lead on where we are going, I'll just kind of like be there observing anything that pops off to me as being magical. And just
Okay.
like I'm being more perception than I am leading.
Sure. Okay. So, we'll say Xeris, if you want to take the lead,
Yeah.
give me a stealth check for you. This is going to be what everybody else is rolling in at.
Okay, that is a 19.
Okay, cool. And then Oliver, give me an
Yes.
Arcana check.
Actually, no, that's higher than that, but whatever.
That is a 14.
Okay.
22. I lied. Not 19. Sorry. My
Gotcha.
bad. I'm just tired.
It's all right. So you continue forward, walking in these halls. You're heading back towards what I assume is the classroom to where you all met with Kildor the first time, the Scroll Keeper. Unless you want to try to find like his quarters, which is going to be a different matter.
There's not like a guard on duty, is there? There's not, like, an
for
RA
sure.
here or
There's
anything?
there's guards
Okay.
all around this place. It is an active school and also like kind of like a government facility.
Then do we want to try to just like ask someone where he's staying, or do we want to be a little more subtle than that? I message Cirrus this question.
I mean, if we're trying to be inconspicuous, asking is probably the best bet.
Okay.
Otherwise, we're just going to look like we're sneaking around, which we're trying to not look like.
I would like to go to the nearest guard on duty.
Okay. You head down. There's a small little flight of stairs that leads to a like open courtyard area. And you can see that there is a guard who is walking through the courtyard he's got a large spear with him, and he's got his like sort of like guard pauldron outfit. It's this blue and gold cape that he's wearing. And as he walks, he spots you and turns and stands at like curiously looking in your direction before walking over like towards you.
Okay. I will go to him and say, hello, we are the champions of Fellguard. We are needing to talk to Jordan. What was that guy's name? It's like Kill something.
Kildor.
Okay. We need to talk. We have official urgent business with Kildor, and we are not sure where he stays after hours.
Right. Do you have any credentials with you?
Jordan, should we have credentials?
Dude,
We have
like,
our little
a pen.
badges, right?
We have like
You were
badges.
given little badges.
Yeah.
I flashed my little badge.
The guard takes it and looks at it and goes, right. It's a late hour, but we could go find him, yes. Would you like me to bring him to you?
Look at the others.
He doesn't need to be taken up out of bed. We can just come visit him in his quarters.
Of course. Follow me. And he begins walking, and as he's walking, he's leading you through halls, up some staircases, and into almost like a tower-esque situation. You start climbing these winding stairs that are leading up. Yes, Pepper.
Jordan, can I try to like do an insight check to get a read on this guy if he like thinks this is suspicious, or if he's just like a little like confused but not really caring?
Give me an insight check.
Yeah, what's the vibe check on this guy? Insight, that is a dirty 20.
Gotcha. Everything that he's been giving you has had an air of professionalism. If he has any malicious intent or anything, it has not shown on his face.
Okay, cool.
He walks you up a couple more steps before coming to a door, and you see as he stands next to it and knocks pretty loudly against it, and then stands at attention next to the door. There's a brief moment, and then the door opens up, and you see a Kildor standing there. This old man wearing basically like one of those old-time nightgowns, like a sleep shirt that goes all the way to his feet. And he does have a big old Uncle Scrooge cap.
Oh, he was honk shoeing in there.
Yes.
And he sees you and goes, "Oh, it is late. How can I help you for?"
Apologies, Kildor. We have very urgent questions to ask you. Please forgive us for the time. Is it all right if we step into your quarters very quickly to discuss something?
Yes, I suppose. If you'd follow me, please. He goes, and you see as he opens the door and lets you in, and he walks over as he grabs a kettle and fills it with water from a tap, and goes and puts it on onto a stove. And he goes and invites you all to sit down, sort of in this like den area. This is like this room that you're in has a small little kitchenette, a small den area, and then down a small hall is where you assume a bedroom would be. Once he's in there, you see as he goes and he takes a seat on a kitchen chair and looks over at the four of you and says, "And what necessitates a meeting at such late an hour?"
I find that the earlier the hour, the easier the truth is to find. When it thinks that it's being quiet, that's when we find it.
All right. And you feel like I'm keeping something from you.
Not necessarily that you're keeping things from us, but this just seemed like the prime opportunity to ask the questions we really wanted to ask.
So
Away from any prying eyes.
Without the prying eyes of Mr. Fyra, is it?
I
Yeah,
didn't say
yeah.
that.
Well, no, yeah. Yeah, no, you really spotted that one, Kildor. Well, Kildor, we wanted to ask you, do you have anything that you were not willing to tell us in front of Lustrian?
I'm not sure. I'm not sure what information you are needing.
Well, we think it was very interesting that Kashar's name seems to have been deliberately left out of all of this in our investigations. And while I hope that that wasn't intentional, it kind of seems to be that way. And I was wondering if you would know why.
Lucerin Fyro is somewhat of a mentor to Kashar Andros, is my knowledge. When he joined up years ago, he spent a lot of time being taught the arcane ways by Mr. Fyro. It's the one who taught him to do some of the incredible things that he can do. I believe that he has some sort of protection or is watching out for his protege.
So Kildor is the guy that like maintains the scroll library, right?
Yes.
Okay. Kildor, I, in times past, have been an owner of a small library of books myself. I have also learned a great many things from my time in libraries and things like the Fellguard and back at university. Autumn Hall University, go up Greyhawks. But I've got to say that if someone were to come into a library that I cared very deeply about and just ravage it the way that the scroll library was, I would have taken that very personally. Especially if it didn't seem like there was much interest in finding out what happened to it.
It was an investigation.
And that's just me owning books. An investigation.
There was an investigation that was done by Mr. Fyro himself and seemed to uncover not much. Whether or not he's hiding something, that's fortunately a little above my pay grade.
It's not above ours. Were you satisfied with the results of the investigation? With the process?
No, I was not.
And why was that?
It was a farce, for lack of a better term. They asked some people questions that seemed to be, They asked many questions that forced people to give up so much information about their lives. And then other people, they casually said, "Did you do it? No? Well, then be on your way." It was invasive, and it was rude, and I didn't care for it. It left a sour taste in my mouth.
Then
If-
if there is anything that you can tell us, help us make that right.
Persuasion check.
No. No!
Buddy.
Guys are not. I sat here with like 6 different sets of D20s, and I've never rolled so many 3s, 5s, and 2s in my entire life.
Oh my god.
Just trying to roll them all out, but they just keep coming.
I think that he hears you say this, and you see as the tea begins to whistle, the water boiling on the stove, he gets up and walks over to it and pours a couple glasses, couple cups for everyone, and comes back and sets the tray down on the table, takes a small little sip of his tea and sits down and says, "I worry that if word were to get out about me speaking with you, that there might be retaliation towards me or some of the other students."
That's understandable.
I think that we can
sir?
handle covering up any kind of wandering eyes and ears that may happen. We have a sway that we could come up with any reason for us to be here. I think you would just need to trust that we would not let this come back on you.
We'll go around for the rest of the night and interview several people across the spectrum of plausible guiltness, and we'll make sure that we don't tell anybody.
We already have a plan in play of how we're going to go about laying blame or choosing where we're putting our blame. But explaining that to you would put you in more danger, so I think you might need to just trust us that we have your best interest, the people's best interest, this place's best interest, and the sanctity of this magic's best interest.
I'll say this. Wherever you are poking around, you seem to be poking around in the right spot. Lucerin was furious after he dropped you off.
Sir,
The one-
I'm sorry, everyone. I didn't want to have it to come to this, but Kildor, I feel like we must share this with you so you understand the gravity of the situation. But we do have evidence, not enough, but some, that Kashar and Lucerin are responsible for what happened at the Fellguard. Don't have enough to do anything about it yet, but we need help. There is something very bad going on here. I can't share the evidence that we have with you, and I hope you understand that, but we need something more concrete.
You must understand the position I'm in. And how It can be very, very dangerous for not just me, but the students who work under me and my family and all the people in this connected web of mine.
I understand that, but they're already in danger.
He gets up and he walks over to his desk, and you watch as he grabs a quill and a piece of paper and says, I just simply think that there's nothing that I can give you that is going to give you the answers that you seek. Now, honestly, it's late, and I think that it's time for me to go back to bed. And I would suggest the four of you do the same. And you watch as he folds the piece of paper up and puts it under his teacup.
Thank you for your time.
Please, see yourselves out. And he gestures to the door.
I take a last sip of my teacup, which is actually his teacup, and I take the piece of paper.
Give me a stealth check. Slide a hand check.
Okay. 22.
Yep, grab it. Put it in your pocket. No one noticed. Like, that's how good it was.
Hey, listen, man. Did that shit for years.
You guys step
Should we-
out. Yeah.
Should we continue, like we said, try to hide our tracks a little bit by waking up some other important people and asking them questions?
I mean, if someone was listening, they heard what we said, but
You can try.
You
How are
step
we
out
communicating
into the
this?
hallway. Yeah, I was gonna say, you step out onto the hallway
Yeah.
and you see the guard is still standing there, and he sees you and he says, "Would you like me to lead you back to your room?"
I think we can find our own way.
Yeah, we're good.
Understood.
Thank you.
Have a good night. And he,
whichever
goes-
direction he goes, I want to go the opposite way.
That's it.
Fair
Lead
enough.
the others the opposite way.
Okay. He.
So we're gonna wait, and I think we should wait. Yeah.
I'm gonna. Okay, I want to look at Pepper. I'm gonna do finger guns.
Hi, Xeris. You look so cute with your finger guns.
I didn't know how else to get your attention. Well, based on that previous conversation, the one thing that pops in my mind is if Lucerin is trying to help Kashar by keeping him out of this, why did Kashar have us come here to dig
Oh,
into
I was
this?
lying. I was just lying to him. We don't have evidence of anything.
No, I
don't
know.
if
I know
Lucerin
we
was
don't. But he
involved.
said that I know. Yeah, he said that Lucerin was his mentor. So, what would drive Kashar to go against his mentor?
Scared that he
This is
wants
what
us out
we think.
of the way for something that he's doing in Dawnspire.
Because if Lucerin is hiding something, it's like, of course, we're here to figure that out. But Kashar would know that, and so why would he want us to do that?
Don't know, maybe a scapegoat, or maybe he trusted that Lucerin would be able to hide everything from us, as he seemed to, be doing a pretty good job of so far, to give credit to him.
Or he just needs us to clean up everything that's left.
That too. Okay, where should we go now?
I was gonna say, I think we've been walking just in a direction, and to look nonchalant, and Oliver and I leading while Xeris and Pepper are behind us, and the two of them are talking. They're just finger gunning at each other behind us as we're walking.
Just
They don't. The other person doesn't have to finger gun back, but I would have never told you guys that.
No.
I would have strongly implied that you must do it back.
Yes. And then I just want to look behind and be like, now what? Oliver? Anybody?
Whatever it is, we have to
You-
choose our next move very carefully.
do we do if... What would happen if we just go back to Dawnspire and we told Kashar that we couldn't find anything? What was the plan then? Do they really... I mean, it doesn't seem like they have anyone that they want to throw under the gun unless Kashar was counting on us just figuring out that Lutheran was sketch.
I'm entertaining a couple of theories, and the finger indicates that I'm
Messaging.
Yeah.
Okay.
coaxing
Okay.
Pepper into a
I
record.
think what I'm doing for the sake of like continuity is that I'll like get the main point of what everyone is saying and then quickly relay it to the others so they're caught up on the conversation so far, and
Sure.
they can add in as they will, and then that will be relayed and so on and so forth.
The image of you four walking the halls in dead silence, finger gunning each other for like, at this point, 30 minutes is so fucking funny. I want you to know this.
We're just walking around doing the Spider-Man meme down the hallway. So a couple of theories. One, get us out of Dawnspire while he does something shady. Two, make us look bad because we couldn't find anything, so that if we dig deeper, then we are already discredited. Three, feed us to his dad. Sorry, let Lutheran take care of us. We're in his domain. Make it look like an accident.
We are kind of trapped here, in a way.
For now, maybe, and I'm messaging so no one hears this. For now, maybe we go back to bed and stand watch until the morning, tell them we didn't find anything, or figure out our plan from there, and then get the hell out of here. And we'll just stand watch all night while the others sleep. We'll take turns, and I will loudly announce why we're going to bed, so that if anybody hears anything or is listening right now.
Dead silence for 30 minutes of finger guns, and then we're going to bed.
All right, well, nobody else is awake. This has been such a fruitless endeavor.
Honestly, I did feel really
Let's
bad
just
about
go to
waking
bed.
up the old elf. Maybe we should
Let's
continue.
I know.
Let's stop
It's
waking
weird, though,
people up,
because elves
everybody.
Don't have to sleep, so that's the weird part, is that
Yeah.
he's so mad
That's-
about it.
He
That's
put on his
suspect.
pajamas to sit still for 4 hours.
I
Let's
know,
look into
he
that
seems
in the
so
morning.
bitter, and for what?
That is an answer for after the breakfast company has had breakfast.
Oh no, a plot
Honestly,
hole in my weave.
We're gonna have to.
Oh no, they saw right through it.
We're really gonna have to stop trying to be on Voxy's sleep schedule. I know we like spending time together, but the rest of us need 8 hours.
Yeah. Come on, guys. I'll take the first. Well, I can't say that. Never mind. I just kind of, my voice just trails off. Never mind.
I'll
You
take.
can't take the first position on the beds. You know we rotate
take
every 2 hours.
I'm sorry. I meant I'll take the first shower.
Okay.
I get first shower.
Hey,
or bath in a.
I
you know,
need
whatever we do
somebody
at
to
the
give
sun.
me a deception check.
Can I do it?
I'm gonna have you do it, but you're gonna do it with disadvantage because Voxy's also
Okay.
shouting.
That's fair. Okay.
I feel like I'm
Yeah,
just
that is
standing
actually
there
pretty
like,
much
why is this
one.
how we're handling this?
I gotta
All right, Mr.
17.
Screams Jet in a marketplace. I don't want to hear it.
Mr. Just Take It, look over there.
What'd you get, Pepper?
17.
Okay, sure.
Yeah.
Noted. All right, so the group of you,
Oh,
I
no.
think we're like this.
God,
Are.
you all
They're like,
head
these are the champions?
up the stairs back over to your rooms. Do you go to the same room that you came out of that you saw the eye disappear in, or do you go to the other one?
I think we go to the same room.
Okay.
Probably.
They saw us go in there together once.
Sure. You go in. There's papers are still on the floor. Oliver never picked them up, and you go and you close the door behind you. What do you do?
I'm gonna grab up a handful of papers and like fling them across the room, and then pick them all up and do it again, as a slightly quicker version of looking for invisible things.
Sure. Give me an investigation check.
Can I do that as well, and help?
Yeah, I can do the
Give him-
help action.
Oh, never mind. Well, I'll do help action,
I
but
mean,
I don't
I'll-
think he needs it.
I'll take
What if
it.
we all just start getting naked and feel really awkward spying on
This is Pepper's grand plan.
We just get completely naked and we talk, and that's
I-
that's how we get around.
Can I keep my jorts on?
Yeah, Oliver, you
yes.
can keep your jorts on.
Um,
It is canon that Oliver is a never nude. All right.
There are dozens. I rolled an 18 on investigation.
Okay. You do not find any evidence of an arcane eye.
Okay. Then I'm gonna take Voxy up on her offer to take the first, and I'm gonna lay down.
Shower.
Okay.
Stand guard.
Xeris Pepper, what do you do?
Go to bed.
Yeah. Nothing else to do.
All right. Evening passes. As you rotate your whoever's on watch duty, I assume, you gets up to the morning, so about 7 a.m. at this point. The sun has risen, and you can hear birds, and you can hear that students are starting to mill about outside, walking through the halls and stuff. And as the four of you wake up, you hear a door, a knock on the door, a hard rap.
Are we talking dirty south? Are we talking west coast, east coast?
It's West Coast for sure.
All right, I go open the door.
Okay. And you see Lucer and Fyro standing there in his signature pose, looking like a complete dweeb. And as he
Wow,
looks
I didn't
at
know
you,
you hated west coast so much.
he looks at the four of you and says, "Good morning."
Morning,
Morning.
friend.
So,
morning.
champions, we have a breakfast that is being served. Should you like some? Would you care to follow me?
Yes, that would be lovely.
Wonderful. He
I'm making sure I'm bringing all of my necessary but not terribly suspicious weaponry. with
What
me.
does that mean to you?
That means that I will be carrying. During my watch, I've prepared and put my short swords hidden in my outfit.
Just like one down each pant leg.
Yep, one down
Just
each pant leg.
Peg leg walking. Foxy,
Walking like
give
the,
me.
the
Yeah,
mannequin monsters from Doctor Who.
I am not trusting this stuff. I'm not going unarmed.
Give me a stealth check.
I mean,
And-
I didn't.
Not the
We were
Ariana
unarmed.
Grande side to side of it all.
I feel like I'm the only time I've been unarmed this entire campaign was when we were at the fucking funeral.
Just when we go to breakfast, I'm just making sure I have these.
Okay.
Okay, what am I giving?
Stealth
The
check.
breakfast company, we bring knives.
Just
to
giving
breakfast.
stealth check.
It's giving stealth check.
17.
Nice. All right. I mean, it's not the best hiding spot, but you're able to hide the short swords, I think, tucked up under your like cape that you've got attached to your armor. And in a
Mhm.
pinch, you could grab them. Again, it's not the most comfortable thing.
It's okay. I'm a champion. I don't need to be comfortable.
All right, so the four of you are led downstairs to this sort of like, you can see that there is a hall where most of the other students and other staff members are eating, but you can also see that Lucerin leads you to another room where you can see that there's a lot of the defenders and some of the other people who are not just students at the guild are eating. He walks you in, sits you down at a table, and he goes and begins speaking with a few of them. Four of you, what do you do?
I have a question, Jordan.
I have an answer, Oliver.
The Jauntlets.
Yes.
Was that Arcane Alliance that made these?
Yes, it was. It was a member of the Arcane Alliance. Or, excuse me, no, not the Arcane Alliance. It was the Travelers Guild.
Beautiful. Okay, thank you. I'm going to, as we're sitting down, just kind of like walk up behind Pepper and put my hand on their back, but I'm going to make the finger gun symbol with my hand.
Okay.
Okay. I turn around and I say out loud, "What's up, Oliver?" and do finger guns. And then I will message you in my head, "What's up, Oliver?"
Oh, god damn it.
If these people have a faster way to get back to Dawnspire from here, then maybe preying on their hubris by mentioning the Gauntlets can help get it under to where we can use it.
Oh, okay. Do you want me to start just talking about him loud, or like normal loud?
Let's see what we
mind-blowing
can.
him.
Let's use it as a shovel and see what we can dig up.
Okay. What's the breakfast situation like? Is it like continental or like?
Yeah.
Okay. So like as we're loading up like, breakfast, I'll start turning to the other guys and be like, do you ever think about like how the traveling guild made the Gauntlets?
You turn
Remember,
to.
that was my
Are you turning to the
Were
breakfast
we
champions?
in on this plan?
Yeah.
Okay.
I'm talking to our group. But I'm talking at like an audible volume, but not like, like yelling about it.
Uh-huh.
Were we in on Oliver and Pepper's plan?
I think they've probably filled you in.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Just
You
making-
know, it
Um,
always did strike me as odd that the Travelers Guild would have such a high level magic. You would expect something like that to come from the Arcane Alliance, and yet here we are. Times they are a changing.
I'm gonna.
Are you trying to
I'm gonna-
intimidate? Are you trying to intimidate them? Is that what this is?
Are you negging them?
Yeah, we're just trying to like poke them with a stick long enough that they go, "Hey, we have something that can teleport you to Dawnspire quickly."
Give me an intimidation check.
Can I assist?
Sure. Yeah, I'll give you the help action since you're all chatting.
Okay.
Oh gosh, this isn't gonna go well, guys. All right. That one's cocked. Okay. So I re-rolled the cocked one, and it came up as a 15, but it feels dishonest to look at it for that long and then say it was cocked. So my other die is a 10. I don't know which one you want to use.
Gotcha. We'll do this.
Split it in half.
Okay. You boasting about the magical prowess of the Travelers Guild definitely catches someone's attention. I'll say that. At the breakfast, you watch as a dwarf looks over at you and comes walking over and says, "I hear you were talking about the Travelers Guild."
Yeah.
Yeah, they good group of folk. They used to be part of the Arcane Alliance. Didn't you know that?
Oh, so then they're like the upper echelon that kind of went on and did their own thing. That makes sense.
No, they split apart, and then we try to help them out as best we can.
Did
So
you
they,
hear that they have these gauntlets that like we use them? They're incredible. With basically like a touch of a little button, they can transport you across the country and back.
That's not possible. There's no technology in the world that can do that.
Yeah, I wish that would have been true maybe 2 weeks ago.
Well, that's really
Hold
awkward
on.
that you're accusing us of lying, but okay.
Let me
We are
see what
champions.
you've got though. Let me see.
We don't have them.
No.
Actually, y'all do.
Oh,
We
they-
do?
We do?
Yeah,
To keep it?
yeah, they're still on you.
Why did we take Oh, it's because of the body swapping. Okay, yeah. Oh no. I didn't know we
And we
still had
still-
them.
Use
Well, actually.
Why
Oh, why did we? Oh.
Oh my god.
they just let us keep them?
Do they
That's
still
it.
work?
They had to be like really affixed to you guys, and you immediately left after you came back. You didn't have a moment of
Did
quiet.
we get them
you
fixed?
ducked out. I would say that you don't know if they've done any repairs or anything to it in order to fix the body swap issue or any other kinds of magical mishaps that would happen should you use it again.
Okay, I definitely give mine to this guy to see if he can like spot anything immediately wrong with it. Then and I'll be like, look, it looks flawless to me. Do you see any issues?
You hold it up on your arm, it being still like a gauntlet that is like still affixed to your arm. He gives it a look over and goes, I see. Okay, Travelers Guild likes to use some of their teleportation magic as best they can, but it's pretty shoddy workmanship, if you ask me, as he's looking at it. Give me an insight check.
Okay.
Oh no, he's jealous.
Oh, he's crying.
He's not crying.
another
He's not crying. It's
dirty-
dry out.
A sexy little, slutty little dirty 20. I don't know
Stop.
why.
What was that?
Yeah!
A
I don't know why
saucy
that's
little-
the energy I'm bringing.
The little
All right, a
dirty little
slutty 20, as we call him.
I'm in a weird little mood.
A slutty
okay?
20.
A slutty little 20.
But
Jesus Christ. All right.
It was a 20, but not natural.
Okay, a slutty 20. Understood. So you show this up and you gleam from him that it is clear that he's jealous of the Jauntlets themselves, and is jealous of the idea that the Travelers Guild is being able to do such magical experimentations. That being said, the information that he's telling you is not incorrect. The workmanship on this is experimental and hastily put together.
Do we know
Yeah,
who
that-
this guy is?
That tracks.
No, I don't think you've met him yet.
Jordan,
Yeah.
I would like to state that during all this ruse of them pretending to think of how cool the Jauntlets are, Xeris is definitely not like obviously scoping the room, but listening to see if anyone's talking about us,
I was gonna say Voxy's
looking
doing the
at
same
us,
thing.
giving us weird any weird vibes, like while we're in line for food, while
Okay.
just like things like that.
I'm not even gonna make you roll here. Lucerin
Okay.
has been staring daggers at you from across the room.
Um,
Yeah.
And he can
Um,
hear us.
I mean, he can probably hear you loudly talking about the Jauntlets. Yes.
guys,
Okay. What?
Yeah.
Jordan, I know how much you love TTRPG Blades in the Dark, right?
Mhm.
Can we do a flashback to where we read that piece of paper last night?
Oh yeah. Can we do that? Hey Jordan, can we do that?
I was gonna say, I didn't want to say anything just to be like, hey, that paper's probably important, right? And then feel like you guys were being railroaded there, but you did just straight up
it's a
ignore it.
thing where
To be fair, I didn't
I
take
would
it.
I would like to
Pepper
do
took
this.
it.
Okay, so Pepper, after fucking an hour of finger gunning and relaying information back and forth, my brain was exhausted. I changed to my pajamas, went straight to bed, and then this morning when I was putting my clothes back on, it fell in my pocket, and I was like, oh shit! And then I read it.
Okay, so I'm gonna say no, we're not gonna do a flashback. You made your bed, let's lie in it. But I think if you wanted to take the paper and read it, you could do so.
Not
So
here.
I-
So
Not
Pepper,
now,
if you want,
yeah.
if you wanted to
bathroom and
have,
do it?
sure, I'll let you go into the bathroom and open it up.
Or,
Okay.
well, you're in that conversation with the guy.
Yeah, but I suddenly, I think, remember. Can I roll to remember in the conversation?
No, I think you could just remember.
Okay.
That's fine. I'm not gonna make you roll for that.
Okay. Okay. Then I go, oh my god, I have to pee so bad. Look at Oliver's instead, and I throw Oliver towards him. Way.
He looks at it. He goes, "Typical."
What?
And Pepper, you you head over to the bathroom. Permission to breathe, please, Jordan. Granted. Pepper, you go over to the bathroom. You go in and you brush by a couple students who are exiting, and when you go in, you grab a stall and go inside and open up the paper. It's very, very.
Can I?
Yes.
Can I follow them? I don't like anybody being on their own right now. Pepper, do you consent to me following you to the bathroom?
Yes.
Okay.
I don't think I necessarily noticed because I'm like so upset that I forgot and I'm like trying.
And
to
I
be
just want to
cool,
know what's
but,
like, wrong.
So add that to the
Yeah, I'm
Fellguard
just like, wait,
quotes
why are
of,
they running?
do you consent to me following you into the bathroom? All right, so the two of you enter the bathroom after the people who just left. Do the two of you go into a single stall? Yes. All right.
I walk in. I think Pepper.
But I would like to, in case they're watching, I would like to make a production out of being like, "Come here, Roxy," and then getting her into the stall.
And Foxy's just like, why are you running? What is?
Amazing. All right.
What is?
So the two of you go into the stall, shut it,
Demonetized.
and immediately open up the paper as you are shoved into this tiny bathroom stall. This is not a spacious bathroom, we'll say that. You take the paper and you unfold it. It is not a long note that Kildor has written. There's only 3 things that are written here. Numbers 437.
What does that mean?
Do rooms here have numbers?
Yeah.
Sure do.
Like, do classrooms have numbers? Okay.
Okay. And we would have noticed
Would
that.
would we have an idea, based on where we've already been, of where 4 through 7 might be?
So a lot of the classrooms are labeled by like they're almost all on like the first floor kind of stuff, so very, very low.
Okay.
It's a lot of the living quarters that are higher up.
Okay.
We would have noticed what number could Kildor was last night.
Mhm.
Can I know what his room number was?
Sure. It was in the 600s. It was like 622.
600s. Okay.
I look at Voxy and I finger gun and I go, should we go now while Lutheran maybe doesn't have eyes on us?
Yes, because right now he's watching them and everyone else thinks that we're in.
Okay. And everyone thinks that
whatever.
we're about to go sneak off to a classroom to do something dirty. Come on, Voxy.
Yeah. Yeah.
You open the door and you see a girl
make him
stop
stare
and
at
turn,
even fatter.
staring at you, hands in the sink as the water's running, and just makes the widest eyes and looks back and continues
Okay, I
watching her
flash
hands.
my Fellguard badge and I go, no one will ever believe you. And then I leave.
Two of you exit the
And
bathroom.
I just run behind them shrugging.
You get back to the breakfast and rejoin up with Xeris and Oliver. And Oliver has you've lost the attention of this wizard who was looking at your
sorry.
gauntlet.
My question to Voxy was, let's go right now and
Oh.
not rejoin the
Yeah.
breakfast.
I understand.
Yeah.
While
Sorry.
Lutheran is looking at it.
Lutheran's
Okay.
watching the
He's
other
looking
two.
at them.
Yeah.
So Voxy and Pepper, you head off into the school, passing by a bunch of students and
tell
other
us.
teachers and guards, etc. And going up some stairs, following your way around, you reach the wings of the 400 halls. So as you arrive and you see 437, you see that it is a larger suite, but the door is locked.
Well, great news, because I have thieves' tools and a proficiency with it that I never use because we have a rogue.
Give me a dex with proficiency bonus.
Yes.
Okay.
Taking my thing, Pepper.
I'm sorry.
Jack of all trades.
Let them have this.
I'm a jack of all trades.
I was saying,
That's a-
but they
that's a-
have
that's a
everything.
bar
So
teacher.
then they can't let them have this.
Hey,
They have everything.
Hey,
Fair.
want to hear
fair.
a cheesy joke? Pepper Jack.
Why are you asking permission? You
That-
just
'cause
do it
it's-
anyway.
Pepper Jack of all trades.
There it
Pepper
is.
Jack of all trades.
All right, so you
There's that
lose
sandwich.
inspiration on that, and also HP. I think that's weird.
It's just going down.
Oh God! Pepper, would you roll?
So, sorry, this is Dex.
You're
plus
actually
proficiency.
dead now?
Yes.
Okay, so is an unnatural 20.
Nice. A slutty 20.
Yes.
So you
No!
this is you've chosen this path, Pepper.
I didn't choose it. It just came out of me.
We got to work on phrasing.
Don't-
So yeah,
Stop!
Phrasing!
Stop!
you get over to the lock. You fiddle with it for a second before you open the door. Stepping inside, you can see that the room itself is first and foremost very clean. There's paintings on the walls that add a little bit of a little pop of color, but for the most part, this place is very like gray overtones, right? There's a hallway that leads to this like small ensuite kitchen with a desk in a corner and a bit, a very similar setup to what Kildor's room looked like. You can also see that by the bed in the bedroom from your distance, you can see that there is a trunk that is visible. As you walk in here, you can see that in the kitchen there is a decent level of dust that is on some of these surfaces in this room.
Oh, I hope this room's good. Can I cast Detect Magic in this room?
Sure. What does it look like when you cast Detect Magic?
It looks
Finger
like...
guns, but the handle is the pinky.
Yeah, that exactly.
As you are going around the room trying to trace for magic, you do not detect any strong arcane auras in this space.
Perfect. Okay, then I guess Foxy and I start. I would also like to have locked the door behind us.
Okay, sure. Yeah.
Just
Shut it,
case,
lock it.
and then I guess we start looking around.
Okay.
Mm-hmm. I'm
Foxy
gonna look
and
in that
Pepper,
trunk.
give me individual investigation checks.
Ooh, okay. I lost my die. $21.
Noted.
I got a vanilla 20, which is a nat 20.
Very good.
Gotcha.
That's very good.
Vanilla, the most expensive spice.
So Pepper
Mine
and
was a
Voxy,
17
Oh,
plus
why
4.
is no one in my family named Vanilla?
we're gonna have to rectify
They
that.
can be. We don't need a whole story
we'll
yet.
find somebody else and invite
Well.
them into your family.
Okay.
All right, so yes, somebody did get a nat 20 finally.
Yes.
All right, so looking around,
It was Pepper.
who's going after what? Where are you guys like focusing your efforts here?
You said
I
you were
wanna-
going for the trunk. Right?
Yeah, you said there's one big trunk, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm going for that.
Okay, fantastic. So you go over to the trunk, you open it up, and digging through it, you can see that there's like shirts, pants, like all sorts of like just a lot of clothes and small little things. One thing that you do notice as you open it up is there is a small case about this big. And when you crack it open, there is a bracelet of beads of bright like blues, greens, yellows, and reds. Give me a history check.
Mm-hmm. Ooh, that's a dirty 20. Okay. All right. Thank
Something's
you.
happening,
Thank you,
y'all.
Dice.
All right. So
I swear.
looking at this
There.
bracelet, I mean, I think you probably recognize this from living down near Glint Harbor for so long. This is originates from the Southern Expanse, which is just across the bay from Glint Harbor. You recognize these as gifts that are given to many of the orc tribes in that area. This is something that is gifted to a child who attends their first hunt. Basically, it's a rite of passage for them. The beads on it and the colors represent strength, persistence, and providing for the tribe.
Interesting. I'm gonna show and tell that to Pepper.
Okay.
Are the clothes as dusty as the rest of the room? Like they
Clothes are not
haven't been
dusty
worn
at
as
all.
well?
They've been inside of a trunk.
Oh. Well, okay. But I mean, like, is it musty in there? Does it look like this trunk has been opened recently?
Trunk has not been used in some time, I'll say that. Pepper,
Copy.
You looking around the around some of the other spaces in around here, go over to the desk, and when you reach the desk, you see that there is a couple drawers, and fiddling through the drawers, you find an envelope. Pulling out the envelope, you can see that it is like full, kind of on the sides, and when you open it up, you can see that there is ripped paper that is stored inside of this envelope, and this paper is old. This parchment has been there for a while.
Does it look like it could be ripped up pages from the entrance exit spell log?
Yeah.
You know what I'm trying to get at here?
It does not look like the checkout log for the scrolls.
Okay.
But
Can I? Yes.
give me a intelligence check.
No. My worst.
I'm so dumb.
Okay. Can I have asked Foxy to also look at this with me?
I will also be looking at it because I've just shown you what I found.
Sure. Yeah, we can do that.
Is that okay?
Okay.
Okay. So I'm also rolling, or am I just help actioning?
Help action.
I don't think they need it.
17.
17?
They
All right,
don't-
cool.
'Cause I rolled an 18 and I'm dumb.
So, looking through these pieces of papers, you see a couple words and parts of sentences, and being able to like put some of them together just briefly, you see the words, "I, Kashar Andros, hereby resign from the position of champion effective immediately."
Is that
Why
all it
is this
says?
here? Why is this ripped up? Why is his bracelet here if it's important to him? Why
And we're
does
going
he
to cut
give shit
downstairs
time?
now. So, Xeris and Oliver, you are in the breakfast area.
Yeah.
You have sat down and you watch as Lucerin is talking with a couple of the other like higher up people, and you see Nayla, the person who you interviewed yesterday, who Pepper told you gave you information about Kashar. She is currently seated over and is drinking alone.
All right. I'm gonna lean over to Xeris, and I'm gonna say, I'll draw their attention. Go talk to Nayla. She's over there.
What do we think we should ask her?
I don't know. Just feel like it's God's plan.
Why is this the season where we become religious?
Oh, I love this
Oh.
silly episode.
Man,
ask about Kashar, I guess, and just cast a line, see what you get.
Okay, I'll do my best. You know, conversation with people is my best trait. So, thanks for having me do this.
Discretion is among your traits as well.
It's true.
Ow! Ah! I bit my tongue.
Oh my god. Everybody turns and looks at you, Oliver.
I'm so sorry, Lutheran. I just bit my tongue.
Lucerin from across the room stares you down.
I'm gonna like
Jesus
pretend
fucking
to go. I'm gonna
Christ.
at the same time. I'm gonna pretend to get up and like go get like more food or something.
Sure,
I don't know if there's
sure.
like a line, and then on my way back, kind of veer off and then go towards what was her name? I don't know.
Nayla.
Nayla.
Nayla?
And I'll honestly, I think I also kind of want to try and egg these guys on a little more, because if I can get them to walk into, yeah, I'll fix your gauntlet for you, no problem. On their own, that's kind of where I want to try and steer the conversation.
Okay, gotcha. So Xeris, you walk over and you sit down near Nayla, and as you do that, You watch as Lucerin walks over to Oliver and is talking to him. Just real quick, before I dive deep into this, I'm just confirming, was it Nayla or LaFerlin that you spoke to last time?
It was LaFerlin.
LaFerlin, okay. Retcon, it's Neferlin you're speaking to.
LaFerlin? Okay.
Yeah. Sorry, I
don't
wrote down in my
remember
notes, I
names.
have a long list of names, and I couldn't remember which one you spoke to. All right, so you're speaking with Neferlin, the elf woman who you spoke with last episode.
Yeah, she's
Pepper gave you
one of
information.
the
Defenders.
one of the guards, right?
Battle mages, right?
Battle mage for the Arcane Alliance, yes. She sees you come up and she's eating her food, drinking, and she says, "Morning.
Morning. Do you mind if I sit down?
Seat's free."
I wanted to speak to you briefly if you don't mind this morning.
About?
Well, my companion informed me of what you told them yesterday, and we're just trying to put all the pieces together in regards to what Kashar's relationship with Lucerin is and what that could mean for the attack on the Fellguard.
All right. She leans in close and says, "What do you want to know?"
I guess, would you happen to know why Kashar would want us to come here to investigate in order to find out that what we learned, which is that Kashar was involved, but that Lucerin is probably involved as well. But if he knew that, then of course he would know that we were going after him. But we also learned that Lucerin is evidently Kashar's mentor. So I don't know if you know anything about their relationship at all, but we're just trying to connect the dots and see
If Lucerin was Kashar's mentor, then I'm a dwarf.
Gotcha.
Kashar was absolutely running the show.
Okay. That...
If Kashar sent you here, he had a damn good reason to do so. He doesn't do things flippantly, and he doesn't make mistakes. You're exactly where he wants you.
Which is what we're worried about. Okay. Thank you.
She leans forward and says, "You know, Kashal left 2 weeks ago. Do you know what also happened 2 weeks ago?"
Yeah, we're kind of putting that together.
I don't think you're looking back far enough. You're looking at the funeral.
So you're saying that the theft is... where we'll find the answers?
I'm saying Marvian Ashford was old, but not old. We cut upstairs to Voxy and Pepper. Voxy, you're digging through the trunk, and your hand shifts, and you feel a thud come from the bottom of the trunk. but it's weird. It's not a thud of the floor. It is a hollow sound, a thump. And with your 21, I believe it was, 22 or something, you move your hand around, pull all the clothes out, and you open up what looks to be a false bottom in the trunk.
Yes. Pepper, you gotta see this. And make them come over. I'm gonna open that false bottom.
Okay. You...
Devin, shut up. Sorry, I have to acknowledge the cat for that. Devin, hush.
Inside the bottom, you find a stack of papers that are immediately recognizable as the torn pages from the logbook. There's also a large wrapped bundle of leather that looks like something is wrapped up inside of it.
Does it look safe to open?
It looks, I mean, it doesn't look like anything other than like a rolled up like satchel case almost.
Okay. So this isn't like a satchel case, not like, I was imagining like a book.
No, think of it like a flat piece of leather, and then you have things that are inside of it and you roll it up and then tie it off.
Like when chef's knives.
Yeah,
sure, yes, exactly,
okay,
like chef's
okay.
knives.
Then I will very carefully open that up.
You do so. And what you see is a interior of this leather pouch has 4 like little notches in it. 2 of these little notches, these slots, have glass vials that are inside. These glass vials have a cork in the very, very top. And inside there is a like vivid, almost like neon green liquid. We're gonna cut now over to Xeris, who's downstairs speaking with Carolyn. And she leans in and says, "You know, I heard rumors about how he may have died.
And
There were no abrasions, there were no lesions, he wasn't cut, he wasn't stabbed. There was no evidence of bruising, as if from a choke. It's as if he just simply stopped breathing and passed away."
Could that have been a spell?
Potentially. Oliver, you see as Lucerin is speaking to you, and he goes, "Your friends have been gone for some time now. Do you think they're all right?"
Looking at the food that you've served us, I wouldn't be surprised if they went down to the local McDonald's.
He looks down at the food, which I will say is very good looking. I know you're doing a thing here, but he's I don't know if he's buying it. Give me an intimidation check though.
We expect Breakfast Hut quality and nothing less.
We expect garbage
Nothing
grease.
more.
Nothing more.
You physically can't get less.
That is a 17.
17. You see as he goes, "Well, I'm surprised you don't know where your quarry is. You 4 seem awfully close."
You know, what happens between the 4 of us really just, it changes depending on the weather, depending on the time of day. Thick and thin. Sometimes we're thick. Right now, a little thin.
And where would you like to continue your investigation today?
Well, if there is anyone that we have not talked to yet that has access to the scrolls, I think we should probably start there, just in the same room where we were.
Well, you have spoken to everyone
You
who
have any-
has access.
All right. Well, in that case, I think we'll probably move into the documents portions of things. So if you want to just round up any important documents, let's talk any sort of access logs that you've got, not necessarily for the scroll room. If there's a sort of visitor ledger, maybe down at the main entrance, that sort of thing. We're just going to kind of pour over the data today, I think.
Of course. He waves his hand, and a servant runs over to him, and he whispers something in their ear, and they say, "Yes, sir," and scamper off. And he goes, "I'll let you get back to it." And Xeris, you watch as he is walking in your direction.
Okay. Thank you for your information. I
Don't thank
really
me.
appreciate it.
I didn't tell you anything. And she stands up, drinks her coffee, and begins walking off. And you watch as Lucerin goes, "Lefera,
I was going to be doing the same thing. I was about to
can
be
we
like,
have a
thank you.
conversation, please?" And she goes, "Sure." And the two of them step out of the room. Voxy and Pepper upstairs.
Oh, fuck.
You are
We just
looking
got her
at
killed.
the vials. Give me a nature check, Voxy.
Okay. Hold on. Oh god. Nature 13 plus 4 17.
You, having been the only person here who has actually devoted a lot of time to studying monsters, recognize this instantly as giant spider venom. And there is one place where giant spiders are found, and that is the Southern Expanse.
Yes. I'm gonna tell that to Pepper.
Fuck. Oh, man.
Okay.
Foxy, what do we do?
I think we finish up here and get the hell out of here.
What do we do? Who do we show this to?
Xeris and Oliver first.
Okay, that's good. Step one.
Maybe Oliver will know because I don't know what to do with this. I feel like
don't know either.
everybody we would go to is who we would go to it about. Like I don't know. Are we done checking the room? Have we looked basically everywhere?
I think you've cleared the space looking for stuff.
Okay,
Okay.
I want to hide the papers that we found super well on my body.
Okay, cool.
Yeah.
Okay,
I
gotcha.
I have my cloak on still that's covering up my
Your swords.
my sword, so I can my swords, so I can have stuff under my cloak.
Okay. Pepper and Voxy stealth.
So I
checks.
can help. Okay.
Okay, do you want to split it up so that way if one of us gets caught, the other still has
Yes.
something? Okay.
Yes. Oh, hell yeah. That is a dirty 20.
A slutty 20.
That is a
wonderful.
17 plus 3. A slutty ass 20.
Pepper?
19.
Okay, good to know.
This
Cool.
20 has daddy issues.
You store the papers and the vials on your persons. Do you take the full leather case or do you take the vials?
Is there anything else in the leather case?
No.
And is there anything identifying, like a name, like it doesn't say this is Kashar's case or something?
No,
like that
it
on
doesn't have Kashar address wwritten in fun script on it.
He wrote his name on it.
It's got its initials.
Please
like
return to
like
Kashar
Sorrel.
Copy of
Andros.
Kashar.
No, it doesn't say that.
Is there how big is it?
It's not that big. It's like pencil case size.
I think I'm gonna put that. I'll put that under my cloak. I think I
Okay.
can hide that under my cloak. I'll
Sure.
just take the whole thing.
So, Voxy and Pepper, you head downstairs to meet back up with Xeris and Oliver. Xeris, you return to where Oliver is. And with that, we are going to go ahead and take our break. Folks, it is 8:33 p.m. Eastern time right now. We are going to take a break for about 7-ish minutes. We will be back at 8:40 p.m. So please get ready to continue the horrors of the Fellguard Season 2. And we're back. And Oliver's having a fun time over there, I can clearly tell. So, folks, we left off with Pepper and Voxy having infiltrated what seems to be Kashar's quarters, going in and finding a hidden compartment where they compiled a little bit of evidence. They found stolen pages from the log in the scroll room, as well as vials of what seems to be giant spider venom. Xeris learned some information from LaFerlin, who said basically to the effect of, you need to be looking at Kashar and Marvian, not the funeral. She also specifically said that if Kashar sent them here, it's because Kashar wants them to be here. And we are going to come back with the four of you all returning to each other in the breakfast hall.
Just gonna.
I would like to finger gun Oliver and then finger gun Xeris and give them the same message of, holy shit, the old elf wizard sent us to Kashar's old room. We have the logbooks. We have his old resignation letter. We have venom. It looks like he killed Marvina Ashford, probably. What the fuck do we do?
So out of game,
You're
we
good.
have the logbooks, we have the venom, we have the I quit the Fellguard, and we have a thing that is very clearly from the tribe where he's the only living member, right?
Yes, correct.
Okay. And it was all in the same box in a room that presumably there's a ledger that says it's his room.
Yeah.
Okay. Sounds like we got what we need. Time to go.
Time to skadoosh.
Yeah,
Okay.
I'm feeling that as well.
Do we tell
I-
anyone, or do we
I
just
just.
get out?
I'm gonna find that dwarf.
Okay.
I wanna like let everyone know the things that I learned. If
Yeah.
we can, like,
Yeah.
is in a way that.
Well, let's do it. Let's do it in character. What you got?
Okay, I was waiting, but we were just kind of blasting through it. So I was like, guys, this is all great, but I also just kind of learned that if we were probably right about him sending us here on purpose. So I do think that leaving is probably wise, because this may or may not be a trap.
Either wants us here
tracks.
because he doesn't want us in Dawnspire, or he wants us to be here to be in a trap.
And if
Best thing
that's
to do
if
is
everything
let
you
that.
saw is getting towards the fact that he is the one that killed Marvian Ashford, then this all makes sense, because she told me not to look at the funeral and to look further back.
To Marvian's
Gotta
death.
go.
We gotta go.
Okay. Yeah.
So
Let's get
also,
outta
I
here.
would like to remind you that you have all your stuff is in a cart, besides your weapons and stuff that you're carrying on you, and you have two other people who are with you here.
We forgot about our homeboy.
Roby and what's our driver's name?
Marcin.
Marcin. Roby and
Um,
Marcin.
Well, obviously,
Okay. Let's.
You want to find that dwarf? Do you want to do that?
Yeah, and then if this doesn't go well, I say we.
Oliver, I'm
Sneak
probably
in.
not going to give you a history check or anything with this. I think that you would know, having been more accustomed to the world of magic, that there's not any active teleportation circles or rings that are actively used. The fact that the gauntlets were so exciting is big news for the future. of travel.
Okay.
If you're looking to travel back, horse and carriage seems to be the fastest route, unless you, of course, polymorph into a bird or something.
Gotcha. Okay. So they don't have like flying carriages.
No. Not at
All
least that's used.
All right. Okay, then I think we go for a walk. Yeah, I mean Pepper's got Pepper left some cream that they need for their flesh
What?
on the cart.
Huh?
The worst way to phrase
We're just gonna go.
that.
We just gonna.
What?
We just gotta go get.
We've
gotta go
got
get Pepper's
some more
cream.
Told you about that third-degree burn in confidence, Oliver.
Not the flesh
We
cream.
have a there's someone out in the stables that we got a lead on that we want to go interview.
Honestly, that's a very valid point.
So
Boxy,
I'm gonna
because-
say we want to know. I'm like loudly. Let's go to the stables and talk to that guy that we got that interesting lead on, who may have done all the bad things. Let's go talk to him.
Lucerin walks up to you four and says, "We need access to the stable, do we?"
Yeah. There's a stable hand that we've heard some suspicious things about, and the four of us really think that warrants some looking into. So I
What's
think we're
the
gonna
name
go
of
check
the
with
hand?
them real
We'll
quick.
grab them for you.
Oh, I think it would be better if we go kind of like, undercover. Like if we pretend that we're taking something
Surprise.
out of our carts and,
Mhm.
like play it cool.
Yeah, we don't want to arouse suspicion. You know what I'm
Right.
saying?
Well, it is your investigation, so if you'd please follow me, I'll lead you to
Yeah.
the stables. He goes and
Oh
does
no,
his little
If we
goofy
come with
walk.
Okay. I was gonna say sir, if we go with you, that will immediately arouse suspicion. Why don't you wait here and we'll report back immediately after we find out what the deal is behind this shady character.
Voxy, it is my job to make sure that this investigation is done correctly and well. Also, within our
I'm sorry.
grounds...
Time out. You are not a champion of the Fellguard. It is our responsibility to ensure this investigation goes well and correct. It is your responsibility to get that data and paper that I asked for and leave the champions to do champion stuff.
Yeah, because if this investigation was done correctly the first time, we wouldn't be here.
Oliver Shakestaff, please come with me.
No.
Fine. We'll have this conversation here. You are on the Arcane Alliance grounds. You will do as we say. You are guests here. The Fellguard's champions do not have reign over us. Just so you know that. You are not a celebrity to trounce around as you would see fit here. You are being given a space to do your investigation as we deem fit, as a favor to someone who is close to us. Do you understand that, sir?
You know what? We're done here. Pepper, Voxy, Xeris. Clearly we're not wanted. Let's gather our things and head back to Dawnspire.
Good. Run off with your tail between your legs, just like all champions do.
Holy shit. I'm just
And
gonna
I'm
grab
gonna-
myself.
I'm
Yeah,
gonna
walking
follow
off.
Oliver. I'm gonna follow Oliver and nudge him to the side.
I'm gonna look at homeboy and I'm gonna be like, I'm so sorry. I'm sorry. I don't know what's gotten into him. Sorry.
His face has not changed. He still carries that same
Yeah, I know.
pompous expression.
Yeah, I expected it.
Is he watching me while he's going off on Oliver?
He's watching all four of you
Happening.
for sure. He's bouncing. around.
Okay.
So we're heading to the stables?
Sounds like it.
Ah,
We're out of here,
Got it.
guys.
We got
All right.
Clearly,
Four of
the
you-
Arcane Alliance doesn't want us.
4 of you head down the hall, going down a couple more staircases that
Holy
lead you to
shit.
the ground floor. And when you reach the stables, you can see that your carriage has been well taken care of. You look and you see Marcin and you see Roby. And Roby, as soon as he sees you, lights up and says, "Hey guys, check this out." And he digs in his pocket and he pulls out a sausage and goes, "You can take as many of these things as you like. They're free. You want some? Here, I got extras."
no, Roby, I don't think anyone wants your
Well,
pocket sausage.
He pulls out 4 more sausages and they are covered in lint and hair.
Okay, Marcin, we need to pack up and leave immediately.
Right, okay, we'll get everything
Heading
settled
back
for you.
Dawnspire.
You know what, Marcin? Let me ask you something.
Of course.
Do we have anything in our luggage that we need, really, that can't be replaced easily?
Well, it's your stuff. If you'd like, I can have them send it by courier if we need to head out now.
Beautiful. Let's go.
Okay. Wes, you have frozen, just so you know.
I know. Can you hear me?
Yes, we can.
Yeah. You're a really good ventriloquist.
Yeah.
I'll see if I can figure this out while
You can also drop from the
figure-
call and come back, and I'll add you back.
Okay.
Try turning your camera off and on again.
All right, so you gather your things. You get up into the cart. You see as Roby is grabbing and helping Xeris out frantically, trying to make sure that he is taken care of. He keeps looking back to the 3 of you and asking if everything's fine. Do you need anything? Because I can grab you some water or something. Or actually, no, you don't need water. Hold on, what am I thinking? He keeps trying to wipe off the wheels of the cart until Marcin's like, "We don't need to worry about the wheels. It's gonna get dirty when we leave."
Roby?
Yeah.
All right. I have a job for you.
Yes.
I would like you to keep your eyes open wide. Hang on. I would like you. I would like you to be our guard, our lookout.
Okay.
I'm giving you a very important job. Once we get on the, actually, not even before we get on the road, I want you to sit up there in the passenger seat of the carriage, keep an eye out, and if you see anybody that you are scared of, I want you to very calmly tap Marcin on the shoulder and point to that person with your pinky.
Okay. Understood. Calmly tap him.
Oh, actually, let's try something. Put your
Okay.
hand right here on your chest.
Copy.
Now do this. Good. Now, without moving your chest, will you point to the left?
My left or your left?
Your left. Now, can you point at something in this room that you see here? Oh, you moved your chest. Try again.
Ah, shit. You got me. Hold on. He does what you ask. He finds a good little code that works between the 2 of you, and you watch as he climbs up and gets set up on the passenger seat of the cart. Marcin finishes grabbing and readying the cart, getting the 2 horses on. As you see the 4 of you. Yes, Pepper.
Is there like a messenger pigeon or any kind of like easy access postal service around here?
What are you trying to do?
I want to send a letter.
Okay. I get that. I understood that part, I think.
Okay. I want to send a letter to Dawnspire, to someone in Dawnspire.
Okay. Who would you like to send the letter, and what are you planning on writing?
I want to write to Calland, and I want
Okay.
to tell him to not be where he is.
Okay.
To get out of town. Go home.
Sure.
Do you have any secret Vergalath codes that he would know?
I don't know. I think Vergalath just showed up in the mirror and was like, "All right, idiots, let's go."
Let's roll, baby. You're in a cult now. All right, so you scrawl out this letter, you tie it off, and give it to like a carrier pigeon.
I would
and-
also like to
Yes.
um oh boy. Is there a way that I could like disguise a message within this, like with a code or something?
I would say deception check is probably the best bet here.
Okay, I would like
Unless-
to say, oh,
Do you
Unless
know
Callan
thieves
knows
can't?
thieves can't, you could get Xeris to write it.
I don't know if he knows that. I don't know. I speak primordial. I don't think he knows that.
I don't think he knows primordial, unfortunately. But if you wanted to try
Okay.
to write a code, I'll have you roll a deception check for me.
Okay, I would like to say, don't trust Kashar.
Copy.
And I roll a. Ooh, that's pretty good. My deception is +7, so that's a 19.
Okay, gotcha. Give me 1 second here. Making a note for your note. Okay, so you write this letter out. You send it via courier pigeon as you watch as it flies off into the distance towards Dawnspire. You rejoin up with the group, and I assume the four of you, are we ready to hop in the carriage now?
Yep.
All right, you hop in and you take off riding, and as you are riding, you're seeing Basin Crest again. The city and its color seems to have lost some of the initial grandeur. You can see the magic that is infused with all the plants and everything around here, and the fountains that are spraying out water in twisting shapes as the street performers are moving about, and everything about this now feels dirty and icky and fake. And as you continue through the main road, you reach the gates of Basin Crest and head down the spiral entranceway that leads up the plateau sides, and reach the main road and continue forward. And as you are riding through the countryside, heading in the direction of Glint Harbor, you four have a little bit of a chance to speak with one another.
I'm gonna start casting Find Familiar while we're riding, if that's okay.
Sure.
Would there have been any way for them to use anything to watch us as they follow us? Is there anything that we could?
Like an eye in the carriage? Yeah, is there something?
They were watching us there. Like, why wouldn't they
Yeah.
continue to try watching us as we left hastily and in a very weird way?
Did they bug our car?
I think that there is a range in which the
Would I know that? That's the question.
I think Oliver would
Oliver
know this
would.
with
Oliver would
with
know
his
that.
role. There is a range of the arcane eye and how far away it can be.
Hopefully, I fed his ego enough that he doesn't notice the real reason we left.
Unless he warns Kashar before we return.
Yeah, that's a
We
distinct
should just
possibility.
assume that Kashard is aware that we're on to him, at least if not now, by the time we get back to Dawnspire.
Listen, I don't think we stop. I don't think we can afford to take another night.
Yeah.
I can help. I can help cover a shift driving. But
Yeah.
if he knows we're coming, then the only way we can surprise is by coming quicker than he's ready for.
Yeah.
Is
What
there
do
a
we do
way?
when we get there?
Is there a way that he would have been able to let Kashar know that we've left? Like,
yeah,
is
there's
there?
spelled for that.
Okay.
Um. Okay. Okay. Jordan, when Kashar was elected,
Mhm.
that was the leadership of all the guilds, right?
Yes.
Did it have to be a majority vote, or was it a consensus, like a full unanimous vote?
It was a majority.
Okay. So I think we find the guilds that didn't vote for him, and we pick the most powerful one, and we use that to get our foot in the door.
Do we
How
know?
do we find out?
Not-
How do we find
Do
How
out?
do
we
we-
know?
I don't think we
I don't think you
know.
know who voted for who without speaking with
Yeah.
them. Or finding somebody else who was in the room when it happened.
Okay. Was Callan there? Callan was there.
I don't know if Callan was
Right?
present.
Not
He's
a
not.
guild.
He's not a
Not a
guild
guild
leader,
person.
unfortunately.
Callan was there. Yeah, he was there the previous night.
I can think
when
of
we
one person
announced.
who might know. My mom might know who the leader of the
Mm.
Fraternal
Wandering-
Order of the Wandering Muse. It is lengthy on
Wandering
purpose.
the frat who the frat boys voted. You might know that.
Would Sarah wouldn't know.
I don't
Right?
think so. Not because she's not able to be in the vote.
Okay.
Listen,
Yeah.
I actually might have an in with the Shattered Helm if we need it. I'd prefer not to, but
What's your in with them?
my dad's a member.
Your dad?
Did we know that?
No.
I don't particularly like to talk about it.
I mean, I get that.
Okay, well, let's utilize that because that seems like kind of our only option right now.
Okay. All right. We'll go to the Shattered Helm.
Where is
And
that?
How far away is that?
It's in Dawnspire. It's a guild.
Yeah.
Oh,
I mean,
okay.
It's
The
like
order-
it's like a guild of paladins.
Yeah.
Would the Order of the Light do anything? Have anything to do with the vote for?
So the Order of the Light is kind of a small subsect of the Fellguard.
That's what I thought,
I
yeah.
don't think that they have the kind of pull that the other guilds do yet, unfortunately. Also, technically rather new.
Yep, that's what I figured.
If let's just
So I got
hope and
nothing.
pray. Listen, the Shattered Helm is. If we hadn't have been there for Vergalath, they would have been the ones to go after him. They've got power, and as soon as we know whether or not that they are pro Kashar, I guess we have it in. We can try and talk. Maybe that's where we start. Find allies.
Can we
Okay,
send?
and then if that
are
doesn't
you?
work, can we go to the actors? Not
Yeah.
that I think the actors are gonna be amazing allies. I don't know what they're gonna do, start singing at them, but just
Have you ever eaten with
know.
one?
What?
No, don't worry about
But, you know, on our side, I guess.
Oliver,
Well,
were you? Did you say? Did you say you were recasting Zepexi?
Yeah, I was gonna put Zepexi back in the game.
Can we have her fly to the Shattered Helm and have them like meet us, or like be like, Dad, I just really want to see you, and
outside.
I don't know.
Or outside.
like
of-
yeah, like outside of Dawnspire, away from prying eyes.
Yeah, that's an option.
Like have them meet us. We're coming from. Remind me, we were coming from Basin Crest, so
Heading
could they
towards
meet
Glit
us
Harbor.
in?
In Glen Harbor. is
Did we
probably
go through
halfway
trade?
point.
Did we go through Trade Town?
Not
Is
yet.
that how we got down
are,
here?
We are.
But that was
currently-
how we got down
Oh,
here, and that's
yeah,
how
yeah,
we're
yeah.
going back, right?
Yep.
Yeah.
Could
So
meet-
maybe can he meet us in Trade Town?
I
Yeah.
think so.
Maybe. That sounds reasonable. Okay. When God, I really don't want to do this. When I've got Zepexi, I will write a letter that says, what's my dad's name again?
What's his name?
Yeah, his first name.
Oh, hold on. I have it written down.
Oliver Senior.
Oliver Senior. Let's see here.
I was born Oliver Senior. Or I was wait, hang on. No, that joke doesn't have a way to finish. Never mind.
Oh, do I not have his name written down? Hold on. I swear I did.
I don't. Did we
Make-
ever give my dad a name?
Make it up.
Anyway, I'm gonna address it to him by his full title.
Oh, his
and
name
just
is
say,
his name is William Shakestaff. That's what
Okay.
you told. That's what you gave me.
Yeah,
God.
that makes sense.
That's very good.
William with a Y.
Yeah.
Shakes.
I'm gonna send to William Shakestaff of the Order of the Shattered Helm. The champions of the Fellguard request your presence for a meeting in Trade Town to discuss urgent matters on this date. And I'll just give like the name of a pub somewhere.
Okay.
And then
Know
sign
the
it.
name of one pub.
That was in Trade Town, wasn't it?
Yeah, the kombucha aficionado is in Trade Town.
Yeah, kombucha aficionado.
Let's do it.
With all due respect, Oliver Shakestaff.
God. All right, noted. So you send out Zepexi. She flies out, disappearing into the night. And you continue your ride on. Well, it disappearing today. It's still daytime. You left early in the morning. And as the sun is crossing the sky, getting into afternoon to late afternoon, the cart comes to a stop.
Stick my head out. Hey, Marston, I am so sorry, buddy. I will drive for you, but we can't stop.
Marsden looks back and says, champions, you might need to come look at this.
Okay, yeah. It's go time. Kick the door open. Get
Yeah.
out.
All right. 4 of you step out, walking over in front of the cart, and you can see that Roby is pointing straight ahead and looks terrified. And looking across the across from where he's pointing, you can see that there is a cart that is being wheeled out from behind a set of rocks. And you can see that there is a group of about 5 people that come out with the cart. There is a sound like a buffeting of air, and then suddenly there is a strange sensation, a static sort of crackling energy that goes around you, and you are suddenly standing inside of some kind of strange, like, bubble. Oliver, give me an Arcana check.
Natural 20.
This is a force cage.
Oh, damn.
This is a high-level incantation.
Stop. Marston, just ram them next time. Okay. And we are the only ones in the force cage?
Yeah.
Okay.
Us
These people
4
have
or us
any-
6?
You 4.
Do these people have any identifying like outfit, gear, anything?
They
you
are all
recognize any of them?
wearing. They're all wearing cloaks, armor, like leather armor, and they have masks that are pulled up over their face.
Oh, it's the actors.
It's the actors. No,
Oh,
the cart that's
I'm
being
just
wheeled
kidding. I'm
out
sorry, Pepper.
has 2 people that are standing on it, and you can see that they are also masked.
If you know what a force
It
cage,
is the actors.
can you explain what a force cage means?
yes.
Yes. So Oliver, a force cage is a is a large, like, prison of magical force that springs into existence around you. This is sort of in the shape of like a curved bubble almost. And you know with your high roll that this is not something that people can leave by non-magical means. Also, attempting to cast spells either into or out of this box is impossible. And while you're sitting there, you hear a voice that calls out. So, champions, how was your time in Basin Crest? And you watch as Kashar Andros walks from behind one of the rocks and approaches the force cage. He has his standard leather armor, but is a bit beefier now. His hair is pulled back, and you can see that his eyes are steely and stern. And he looks at the four of you and goes, "Don't try anything. We wouldn't want to be too hasty with our decisions, would we? Just ask Oliver where that gets you." So, your time in Basin Crest, did you figure out how the cult was able to get their hands on those scrolls?
I think we figured out exactly what you wanted us to figure out, Kashar.
And what was that, Xeris?
That you fucking killed Marvian Ashford.
And?
Do I need to say more?
I'd like you to.
I'm not going to give you the benefit of that.
Disappointing. 1, I killed Marvian Ashford. 2, what else did I do? Voxy!
You killed all those people at the funeral.
Incorrect. The cult did that. I merely guided their hand a bit, of course, provided them the scrolls that they needed.
Still makes
Pepper,
it your fault.
Why did I do that?
Why did you give the scrolls to the cult?
Yeah.
What you're asking me? To do the attack on the Fellguard?
Leading to...
Why are we doing this, Kashar?
Because I need to know if you figured it out or if you're as stupid as some people think you are. You clearly have the strength and the cunning and the potential to be something greater. You know, I'll be honest, it wasn't until Oliver here came to me that I realized what I wanted.
And what's that?
I want you 4 by my side.
So why did you send us
Voxy, how did I
all
kill
the way out to
Marvian?
Basin Crest when you could have just... I'm going to pull out the vial. Just hold it up.
What is that?
It's giant spider venom
Wonderful.
from the Southern Expanse.
Mm-hmm. Who found the torn pages of the logbook?
I did. We
Good.
did.
And what else did we find?
Your resignation letter from the Fellguard?
Wonderful. It's all coming together, don't you think? Every single little bit of evidence that I planted in there to make sure that you found. You did so well.
You couldn't have just told us this.
No, of course not.
You had to send us all the way out to Basin Crest to
It's-
do this.
A test. Oliver passed his test with flying colors, I might add. But I wasn't sure about the others.
Did we pass?
The first test, yes. You know, My goal is not to spread evil. It's to eradicate it. This world is filled with corruption and rot and filth that hides behind masks of virtue, and I aim to rip those masks off, exposing the true darkness and obliterate it. And Oliver here knows the disease of evil cannot be cured with kindness. It must be cut out, burned away, destroyed utterly. The world, like Marvian believed foolishly, does not need a shield, it needs a sword. Someone who will be ruthless in the face of evil. He looks right at you, Oliver. Unwavering. Someone who's ready to make the tough choice. And so, we come to the final test. You all have done so well, so I'm sure you'll ace this. Let's bring out the cart. You watch as the cart moves forward. And there are 2 people standing on it. You watch as these people who are with Kashar reach over and grab the people and pick them up. And as you see them move them, you see that they are not moving the way body shows. They're almost like statues as they sort of like come in and are placed in a position. And you watch as the masks are, as Kashar gestures to the masks, and he goes, "A thief, one who steals from those with nothing and provides only for his own." And the mask is taken off the first person, and you see that it's Callan Silverson. And the negligence of your protectors, who failed to shield the weak from evil in this world. You watch as the second mask is taken off, and you see Sarah Delnice. One evil, and one too weak to prevent evil. Both a cancer in this society. Pick one of them to save.
No.
Choose new one, and I'll kill them both. And I'll make this world a little bit easier for you. Try and fight back, I kill them both, and you now. Make your choice.
If you're
Bashar,
if your goal is to rid the world of evil, why haven't you fallen on your own sword yet?
You think kindness
Because this
and
is not
diplomacy is going to cleanse the world? Look around you. The wicked thrive on the mercy of the weak. The only way to stop them is to be stronger and unrelenting. Now, he turns towards Calland and Sarah. Your choice, please.
Bashar, I have a question for you. If you'll permit me to ask.
Sure.
I don't understand why you consider me any different from the people you're talking about. I'm sure you're well aware that I helped Fellguard. I almost helped the apocalypse, and the only reason that I stopped was a very arguably selfish one, when it stopped working out for me. So I would like to propose to you that you get this group to kill me instead and let Calland and Sarah go.
A very righteous proposal. Pepper, do you really wish to die?
Of course not. But I would rather that happen than see these people unjustly die.
Unjustly? They deserve everything that's coming to them. The fact that I haven't killed both of them is a blessing to you four. I'm just ensuring loyalty here, knowing that you'll make the hard choice when it comes to it. Now, Pepper, if you would like to join them, you're more than welcome to, but that doesn't change the deal that I've set forward. He walks up to the force cage and approaches you, Pepper, on your side, and goes, honestly, I'm a little disappointed. I thought you so strong. He walks over to Calland and Sarah, and two guards raise a dagger to their throats. Your choice, please.
I have a question for you, Kashar.
10.
No.
Jordan, I have a question.
Yeah, what's up, Pepper?
Wow.
Like out of game question.
Yeah.
Can I cast from within here?
Your spells won't be able to exit the force shield, unfortunately.
Yeah. It's
Okay.
like that's what I've learned already.
And
Nothing
May
can
I-
you can't do anything.
right. Can I cast to get myself out?
You cannot leave the area through any non-magical means. What are you trying to cast?
Misty step.
Okay. Here's what I'm gonna do. In order to exit the force cage, you need to give me a charisma saving throw. This is a high level spell that is being cast right now. Just so you know. You have to beat an 18.
I have a +7.
Beautiful.
Okay. I rolled a 12. So that is a 12 plus 7.
Okay. 19. Where are you trying to go?
Disarm the guards.
Yeah, I want to.
Drop
I
kick
hate this a
Kashar.
lot.
No,
do
disarm
you
the
think
guard.
I can drop kick Kashar? No.
Do what we can't do.
Wait, question.
Voxy,
I want to get
Pepper's making a
Wait,
choice here.
I have a question.
Okay.
Yep.
Okay.
Do I think that I could? Okay. First question: can I see who's casting this?
No, you cannot see who has cast this spell. I'll say that.
Perfect. Next question. And I have to roll for this, or I don't know it. That's fine. If I cast Shatter on this force cage, would it do anything?
No, it wouldn't.
Perfect. Then I want to. I hate this. I hate this a lot. I want to tackle Calland. I want to get Calland out of here. I hate this. I hate this a lot, but that's my choice.
Okay. You look up at the man standing in front of you, Kashar. As he walks and he stands behind the two of them. There's a blade that is raised to Callan's throat, and there's a blade that is raised to Sarah's throat. And as you look up at them, you see that Sarah and Callan both are fully frozen in place, and they cannot move or look around. They just seem to be staring straight ahead. You take a running start, and you leap forward, and there is a blur as your body becomes incorporeal. And as it becomes incorporeal, you blast through the force shield and slam into Calland. And as you tackle him to the ground, you watch as Kashar gets knocked back, and you watch as a blade is run across Sarah's throat.
Yep.
She doesn't move. She doesn't react. You just watch as blood pours from the open wound.
Foxy screams.
Okay. And
Hey,
if
Callan,
I
you
look
just
at
fail,
Kashar.
or
I look at Kashar. I
Kashar
say,
backs up and goes,
I made the choice.
the choice
made
is
the
made,
choice.
and he vanishes in front of you.
Are the rest of the masked people still around?
They are still here, and we are going to now enter into combat. So, as we transition into combat, Pepper, can I have you roll an initiative for me?
I can. 17.
17, noted.
Yeah. Yeah, there's that battle map.
All right, so as we are here in the combat, 1 second, let me grab my notes. So you are tackled by you tackle Callan to the ground, and you watch as Sarah stands there, still not moving. Blood is pouring down her front of her shirt. At this point, it's now forming a pool on the ground. I'm going to go ahead and roll for some of these guards here.
There's no way to save her, right? I
No,
don't.
not at this point.
Okay. I don't think so. It's fucking Negan bullshit, Jordan.
Hey man, I made the choice, alright? She died hating my ass because of a really shitty date. I'm gonna leave that one on my conscience.
All right.
I just feel bad because I couldn't
that
make
was
it.
my fault.
Pepper,
She's
you have the
also mad at
highest.
me.
You have the highest roll here. What would you like to do?
Okay.
Burn the
Like those guys that
motherfuckers
die.
down.
Okay. So Sarah's completely out of this equation by this point, yeah.
Yeah, Sarah's gone.
I would like to cast a. I mean, yeah, 4th level. I mean, we're doing this. A 4th level Scorching Ray, which is, I believe that I can't. It'll be a disadvantage at anybody right up within 5 feet of me, right? That's
Okay.
how that works.
Yeah.
So I would like to go at, I am standing over Callan. Callan's not fucking dying on my watch. And I would like to aim at, the green guy, the guy with the green.
Okay.
The guy with the little red.
Okay.
And then the same guy that's up by that rock. And then the other guy by the rock. And I think, wait, hold on, I have to check. I get 6. Sorry.
Okay.
So I want to hit. How do I? That one, this one, this one, this one, this one, and this one.
Okay. Before your spell goes out, another one of the people who is there raises their hand, and you see as a glyph appears in their palm, and they counterspell you.
Then why did you let me talk for so long?
They're
Okay.
counterspelling you at it's 4th level or higher, so they do have to make a check here. So it is going to be 4th level, so the DC is 14. And they rolled a 14, so meets it, beats it.
Hey, then that doesn't go off. Does Callum look injured?
It's impossible to tell.
Okay, interesting, fascinating. Give me a second while I.
While Pepper is deliberating here, Xeris, Voxy, and Oliver, you're not in initiative yet. Is there anything that you would like to attempt to do? Right now, you can't be hit, nor can you hit anyone right now.
I can cast spells that
Oh.
only affect the inside,
Oh.
right?
I have never felt more powerless.
I
I
would.
can do something.
Okay,
I'm
Pepper.
sorry, I know what I can do. I would like to spend sorcery points to do a bonus action spell. So I
Okay.
can do a spell that's an action, but as a bonus action, and I'm gonna try that damn shit again. 'Cause
Okay.
I want it to work.
Gotcha.
And if someone else counterspells it, then I will respect the game, but I will be mad.
No worries.
Okay. So does that one seem to go?
Scorching
I would like to do
Ray,
it, and all this people I pointed
It
at.
does get cast. I need you to roll to hit for those rays, though. Don't you?
Right. Yes, it is. I rolled a hit for every single one, so I guess I'll just go down the line in terms of like hit or not hit. First one is a 11. Second one is.
That's going to be... Which one are you aiming at there? Sorry.
So I was just gonna go top down from. So it would start at this guy, then this guy, then this guy,
Okay.
then this one, this one. This
Gotcha. Sounds good.
Because I don't think I have a great aim on the guy behind the cart, and I'm not. So,
I'm giving them
Okay,
little
so the
little
first-
dots so we can identify them a bit better.
so the 11 was on light pink up at the top of the rocks.
All right, that is going to miss.
Okay. Then it's a 24 on purple.
That's going to hit.
Okay. 15 on orange.
That is going to hit.
Okay, then we're moving down to light blue. That is a 22.
That's going to hit.
23 on green,
It's going to hit.
and not 20 on red.
That's going to hit as well. All right, so from the top.
Okay.
I think you only missed once, right?
Yes, I missed
All right.
that first guy.
All right, so let's go down the line.
Okay. 8 damage for the first.
Copy.
Hit. 6 damage for the second.
Copy.
9 for the third. 6 for 5 for the fifth, and that's as many as I got.
All right, cool, noted. All right, so on that, Pepper, I will say this. You are alone out here. You've
Oh, yeah,
got
baby.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 people who are
Uh-huh.
going to be attacking you.
Mhm.
First one is going to be up at the top. You were going to watch as he
Pepper
is
not
going
hit
to...
the one that was concentrating?
I don't know who is.
Oh, I
Is
mean, I know that. It was
Forte
just
a
like bad luck.
concentration spell?
Yeah.
I thought it wasn't.
Oh, I don't
This,
know.
so
I'm assuming.
you don't
It's
know
gotta be
how the
home by
spell was
hiding behind
cast.
the card.
I will also say this. You know for a fact that Kashar has access to spell scrolls.
Okay.
So you're not sure
Which means
who
that he
casted
doesn't
it.
require concentration. Okay.
Not necessarily,
Well,
meaning
okay.
you don't know who cast the spell.
Yeah,
Because
terrible.
it could be
scroll.
cast by anybody.
Okay.
basically.
Yeah.
Okay.
Because the fact that
Fran.
Callan or Kashar left, correct?
Yes.
Okay.
All right, Pepper. We're gonna go down the order.
Yeah.
First person is going to be.
But my turn was not over.
Are you gonna attempt to move?
Yeah, I'm going to move.
Okay.
Can I drag Callan and back the fuck up?
You will absolutely incur an attack of opportunity from the blue guy.
From how many?
From just one. You're only within close range of one. In fact, I gotta make sure.
That
this person-
I
is
mean, they were only commanded to kill who we chose, so I think he might be safe.
that is fine. Fine.
So you cannot enter the. Well, actually. hold on.
No, I'm
Okay.
sorry. That was a misstep on my part. I would like
Gotcha.
to just get.
All right, real quick. That person's going to try to attack you. What's your AC?
What a great question.
14. Okay, it misses as he shoves his spear into the ground as you drag Callan back over by the force shield. Next up is going to be the purple mage, who is going to.
Now, you did ask us if we wanted to do anything.
Yeah.
Yes.
Are we?
I think here's
Yeah,
what's
I'm
going to
just
happen. Oliver,
Drawing
Pepper,
a
and
dagger
Xeris,
and a rapier.
I think you guys are going to, if you have a plan here, I think we're going to go through the whole round of combat and then put you in at the next top order. Does that make sense? Because it's all
Yes.
happening at one time.
If I'm doing something that's only inside the force cage, like casting a spell on myself, can I do that this round?
Sure, I'll allow that. What are you casting?
Also, may
Mirror
Okay.
image.
Okay, gotcha. We'll get you guys into the initiative order
Make
here in a
other
second, all right?
altars.
All right, so this first person.
May I move with?
Oh, Jordan, I'm so sorry. I have to roll wild magic.
Yes, please.
So remind me, is that a D20?
It's a D20.
Would it go off? It just is. It doesn't. It's not changed by the fact that the spell had a bunch of attacks, right? It's just like one.
No, I think it's
Spell?
just the one. I think it's one spell that you're casting, though.
Okay.
It's a D100, actually.
Mother. Fuck.
You...
Oh, it's not a D100 for me. It's a D20. And then it's a
Oh,
D100
yes, it's
on
a D100 on the table. You're right. Excuse me.
Huh? Yeah, but consider if I rolled a nat one immediately.
Okay,
Consider that.
so not great. Wild magic
Well-
search table. All right, so let's go ahead and roll.
Maybe. You don't know. It
That's
could
true.
be great for
Could be.
everyone.
It could be really good, actually.
Okay. What am I rolling? A D100?
A D100.
Is what I just said? Yeah.
Correct.
How ominous! A 66.
66.
Ah.
All right, a 66 is up to 3 creatures you choose within 30 feet of you take 4d10 lightning damage.
Okay.
Pretty fucking good.
Yeah, that's right, baby. Sometimes wild magic does work. Okay.
Who would you like to target?
Get that guy in the back.
Yeah.
Can I
he
target that guy in the back? Do
doesn't-
I have
No,
line of
it's
sight?
too far.
Yeah, I think it's out of the range.
Homeboy is
so-
probably
sorry, what
responsible
was,
for the
what was
shield.
the range that you just said?
Within 30 feet of you.
Okay, so I would have been here when this went off. Sorry, or would I have moved already before? wild
Yeah, if you
magic?
want to be there, that's fine. We could do it in the order of operations.
Sorry.
No, you're fine.
So that still doesn't put that guy in range. So I don't think.
No, he's 25.
Fine.
Yeah, no,
Really?
he's in range.
Yeah.
Can I go that guy?
Sure.
So 1, and then.
Xeris is pacing in there.
I mean, seriously,
Can I
and
move myself?
then-
this whole situation is driving me nuts.
Yeah.
And then.
Well, I'm.
Stop moving. I'm trying to concentrate, you guys. And then we'll just say yellow and blue.
Okay, copy. Go ahead and roll 4d10 for me.
Okay. 26. 7.
All right. Cool. So I'm sorry. Remind me who you're attacking.
Little hidden man in the back.
Okay.
Yellow.
Okay.
And blue.
All right.
And I scoot the fuck out of town. But just like imagine I'm still standing on top of Callan. Or I guess I would throw him behind me.
So you all watch as this lightning strikes out of nowhere and slams into these people. And as this happens, there is a explosion of energy that slams into all 3 of them. You watch as they are basically fried to a crisp as this happens. And also, in addition to that, when that explosion goes off, the whole shield goes down.
Was it the guy behind the cart?
It was the guy behind the cart.
Yeah, of course it's the dude.
Of course it was.
All right, so let me make my updates here.
I think that's the only time wild magic has ever worked positive for me.
For anybody. All right.
Well, we were all safe, I guess, because we were in the shield.
All right. So what's gonna happen is I'm gonna go ahead. We're gonna go through the like everybody real fast, and then we'll roll Xeris, Voxy, and Oliver into initiative. Okay. Oliver, I do know that you are casting multiplicity or whatever it is you're casting.
Yeah.
All right, so first person to go is going to be this person up here, this mage. They clearly look pissed. So you watch as they raise their hand up and point it at the crowd of people that are now available in front of them. And they point at a little area right betwixt all of you. And I need everyone to give me dexterity saving throws.
$23.
Copy.
Oh, wait.
Pepper, you do not need to roll here.
Oh, okay.
I am so sorry. Give me just a second to double check whether Shield Master comes into play here.
Ooh.
25.
Okay.
Shield Master what into play?
Okay, no, it only target spells that only target me. Okay, never mind. So I have a 12.
Copy. All right. Oliver, you are going to be the only person here who's going to take damage then. Or excuse me, that's not true. Everyone's going to take damage, but you're going to take full damage. You take 32 points of damage as the eruption of fire around you completely engulfs you, knocking the other 2 back a bit. So you guys are going to take half damage of 32. So 16.
All of us do?
Is that correct?
16?
Yes.
Nope, not all of us.
All right, next up is going to be the other person, the other mage who's in the back.
16 points of damage.
Yeah, 16 points of damage.
I have
to
4
Xeris
hit
and
points
Voxy.
left.
Oh shit. Okay.
Wait, why do you only have 4?
Because I
So
have
you only
20.
had 20.
I have 20. Oh.
That doesn't sound right.
I also got.
Rogue,
I don't know. Was that
like
supposed to
D6
go up
damage.
automatically when I clicked the button in the thing?
I think so.
That,
If
my
you
hit
haven't-
points
if you
didn't
haven't-
change when I leveled up, when we did all that stuff. My hit points did not change.
That is incorrect.
Yeah, you should have at
D&D
least 30
Beyond-
something.
D&D Beyond, if you don't, it will either do it so it will do the average of what you get, or you have to manually do it, so you would roll 1d6 plus your constitution modifier for every level you gained.
Yeah.
And that
Oh.
would be added
So-
onto your equal.
So I'll say this right now. So let's see here. What's your hit die as a rogue? It's a D6.
Yeah.
I believe it's a d6.
Okay. So so you would have like with the average, you would have like 27 points of HP, right?
I mean, I
7
currently
times
had
3?
20 at 5. What level we were at the end of the last game? 5.
We're
No,
7
we're
now.
7
7
now.
right now.
What were we at the end of season 1? I had 20, and I have 20 now.
Okay.
That did not change.
What's your con modifier?
My con modifier is +1.
+1. Okay.
Hang
So
on, I can
you'll
do this.
you'll
I
have
can math.
we'll do math. For now, Xeris, I'm going to give you 10 temporary HP, and we'll figure it out later, okay?
Okay, so I have 14.
So you have 14, but make sure you write the 10 temp in there so it doesn't get added to your total.
Well,
all right.
I mean, it's just typed in. I'll just write this down on the piece of
Gotcha,
paper.
no worries.
'cause
All right, so the red one is going to go, and they are going to point in, I think, the direction of... give me 1 second. Running forward... Me being on the wrong token layer. To here, they're going to point in the direction of everybody, all the 3 who just appeared, and is going to blast out a cone of this ice that comes flying out. Can I have everybody who is in this like 20-foot radius, so it's the 3 of you again, give me a dexterity saving throw again?
You said a dexterity saving throw?
Yes.
17.
I got a 2.
It's Oliver, buddy.
Yeah, I know.
Voxy?
I got 18 plus 6 is what math? 24.
24. Okay. So Xeris and Voxy, you two are going to take half damage here. I got to do some rolling real fast. Give me a second. So you Oliver, you're going to take, let's see, all of you are going to take, hold on, I'm just going to write this down because there's like 2 different types of damage that come through here. All right. So Oliver, you take 16 points of damage. Xeris and Voxy, you take 8 points of damage. As this like 40-foot high cylinder centered on your point starts raining down these rock hard ice pounds that come straight into the ground. It's like, and then you also notice that the ground becomes icy cold in this area, and is making it a difficult place to be. Let's see here. All right. So next up is going to be this person right here who is going to run over towards, I think, you, Oliver, and just is going to thrust a spear in your direction.
All right.
That's going to be a 13 to hit. Does that hit?
So here's the thing: is it does hit my duplicate.
Nice. Okay. Your duplicates sort of spread out as he thrusts his spear forward, and it just goes through absolutely nothing. Does the duplicate disappear, or does it stay corporeal?
That one disappears. The other 2 are still there.
Okay, noted. All right, next up is going to be this person in the back who is going to run around here to Pepper and is going to try and stab at you with his short sword. That is going to be a 19 to hit.
Yes.
All right. That's a total of 6 points of damage as the short sword stabs into you as you are trying to pull Calland up out of the way. And then finally, the person up here at the very, very top is going to fire an arrow at Xeris. Misses absolutely as the arrow flies overhead. All right, so Oliver, Voxy, Xeris, go ahead and roll, and we'll get you into initiative here.
Oh, real quick.
Yes, Oliver.
When that guy stepped in, I could have made a attack of opportunity when he entered. Am I allowed to do that now?
Sure, yeah, I'll give you that.
All right. That is a a 24.
That's gonna hit. Roll damage.
6 damage.
Awesome. All right. Copy that. You watch as this guard who's right in front of you is absolutely cut down by this this man who by you, Oliver. How do you take him out?
Just real simple. Find a weak spot in the
armor.
The armor.
What do you use to
Find
take
it,
him out?
and then when he runs up, it's already right there. My spear.
Okay, you watch as he stabs
just
his spear
basically
trying to
set
get
it.
through, and it goes through one of your duplicates, and as he like makes just a brief moment of confusion, there's a as your spear goes through his throat. He is out of here. All right, so go ahead and roll initiative for me, guys.
15.
15, copy that.
Okay.
I already rolled before Zeb did his thing.
I rolled before. Do I get to keep that number? Because it's better than the one I just did.
Would you roll?
I
when
kept
you first
remember
called
I
it?
rolled.
Okay. When you first called it, I rolled a nat fucking 20 plus
Okay.
3, so 23.
Gotcha. And Oliver?
I just got a 16, so if I need my if I need my 19, that's
It's fine.
okay.
I got a 13.
13, gotcha. All right, so top of the round, Voxy.
My dice have been so good. Ooh, okay. I hate this. Okay.
I know, I'm sorry.
It's okay. I don't blame you personally. I've been just watching what's happening. I haven't even been thinking about what I'm going to do because this is so stressful. I'm angry. I'm very angry. So I'm just going to take the short swords. I can dual wield, right? Yes.
I believe you have that ability, yeah.
Yes. So I'm taking out those short swords and I'm going, well, I was thinking I would be like basically here, but inside the thing.
Okay, it's double
the
movement
circle
to
is where
move inside the
where
circle.
the cage was.
The circle is where the cage was, but also there's now difficult terrain because of the ice all around you. So as you start moving, it's double movement unless you have.
I have 1 second. Proficiency bonus is doubled for proficient skills when you travel. Oh no, it's only if I travel for more than an hour in that terrain that it doesn't affect me. Okay, never mind.
So
okay,
just double movement there.
Well,
So.
I was
So-
basically, my idea is that I was there
Mhm.
in this circle, but I didn't want to get in the way, like inside the circle
Sure.
on the top half of it. So I'm just gonna go for, who was the one, or was it Kashar who cut Sarah's throat?
It was
It
not
was Kashar, right?
It was a guard.
Who was it?
I think they are dead.
Which
actually.
can you tell me which one?
Yeah,
I think,
it was
I
yellow.
think they're
I
dead. It
hit
was
them.
yellow.
It was
Right
yellow?
next to Sarah. Yeah.
If it, yeah, it
Okay.
would be the one right behind her.
So you even took my revenge from me. Okay.
Oh boy.
It's fine. It's fine. I'm gonna go for red. I'm gonna go with the short swords as
Okay.
hard as I fucking can
All right,
with this
roll
guy.
a hit for me.
Okay. Do I do 2 because it's 2 swords? Do I do 2 rolls to hit?
You'll
Yes,
use your
you-
bonus action for the second one. But
Yes. So you're gonna roll your normal attack for your first short sword, and then the second one you're not gonna add your proficiency bonus. And I think you do
Okay.
not add your modifier too, Oliver, because we talked about this. I always forget.
So it's the only thing that's different is that you can't add your
Oh, it's damage. It's the
just
modifier to the damage.
just the damage. Yeah, the proficiency still hits on the attack, but then
Gotcha.
the damage I think is just the dice.
You're right. You're right.
Gotcha. So I rolled to hit and I got 18 plus 6
That's gonna
is
hit.
24.
Roll damage for me. It's a D6 plus your damage
Does that count for
modifier.
both? Okay.
No, it's gonna count for the first
D6
attack.
plus damage modifier. Oh, gotcha. That's a 6 plus 3 is 9.
Gotcha. All right, and then roll your second attack. Same as normal.
Okay. Ooh, that's a 3 plus 6, so 9.
That's gonna miss, unfortunately, as you cut across once
Okay.
with your blade as it cuts through, and you can see that this person wearing the mask sort of holds back a little bit as she gets hit, and then you see as this other hit dodges underneath it. Next up is going
Okay.
to be Pepper, unless there's something else you'd like to do, but you've used your movement, or you used part of your movement, and you've used your action and your bonus action.
Hold on. I might use a bonus action. Give me one
The
second.
second sword attack was your bonus action.
Oh,
Yes.
the 2 weapon fighting. Oh, I see. Never mind. I'm done then.
All right, Pepper.
I would like to cast Burning Hands on this green guy in front of me.
Makes sense to me. Go ahead and roll to hit. Or unless it's a save. I don't remember off the
It's
top
a
of my head.
save. He has
Okay.
to make a
Dex, I think.
Dex save?
yeah, a dex.
All right, he fails that catastrophically. I can guarantee that.
Okay, so he takes full damage of 3d6. He takes 13 damage.
Okay. You watch as this guy who's running up to you with his spear or his short sword held aloft. You hold out your hands and palm prints sort of appear and shoot out towards him, slamming into his face before you hear. And you see as his face alights with fire and he collapses back and dies.
I would like to bonus action healing word
Okay. To yourself?
on. Ooh, no, on
Okay.
Xerus.
Okay, gotcha.
Range
You
is
point
50.
over at him and cast a spell. Waziris, you feel this
I would like to
burst
do
of
this.
warmth inside of you.
I want to do this at 3rd level
Copy.
because I think he needs it.
Thank God that we now believe in.
Listen, man. Okay, so it's not gonna be a ton, but we'll.
I was supposed to be taken out next round, y'all. This round.
14.
14 points of HP gets added back to Xerus.
Okay.
Hope that helps, partner.
It do. I'm back to what I thought was my top HP.
Okay, and that is my turn.
All right. So you watch as... oh, God. Okay, I think what happens is after your turn, this purple mage is going to run right here. Probably right here. And fire a spell, weaving up something in their arms as you see this like frost sort of swirl around in their palm. And I need everybody who is in the cone in front. So that's going to be Voxy, Pepper, Oliver, and Xerus.
Cone of silence.
No, this is a
No.
cold cone of cold,
No,
and I
it's
need you all to give me a Constitution saving throw.
Constitution saving throw.
Yes.
Oh,
Don't
good.
think it's-
Only it was dexterity.
Jordan, I'm going to tell you now, I don't think even if I pass this save, it's going to matter. I think I'm going down.
Okay. No.
19.
Okay.
Oh, you were low too.
Yeah.
Alright.
We were both. I mean, we were both really.
I
I
got 15.
Okay.
I got
rolled an
19.
11.
16.
All right. So I think everybody except Oliver passes this.
I was like, I'm rolling. I've been rolling high, but yet still getting hit. So, meaning when I try to attack, I'm going to roll extremely low because that's just how this works for me.
$34 points of damage to you, Oliver.
I'm down.
And Voxy, Pepper, and Xerus, you all take, I believe,
Pass,
17 points of damage.
What the fuck, Jordan?
Okay. Oof. Okay.
I'm at 3.
Pepper, what's your current HP?
12.
Okay, I'm at 26, so I guess I'm the only one doing all right now.
Running away an option?
No.
Not now. We're too deep into it to run, I think.
Okay.
Next up
Whose
is
turn
going
is
to
it
be
next?
next up is going
Can't
to
do
be
shit.
the mage who just attacked you, Voxy, or you who you just attacked, and
That I
they are-
attacked the red.
Yes, the red. They're going to move back, incurring an attack of opportunity should you like to do so.
Yes, I abso-fucking-lutely would. What do I do for that? How do I do that?
It's
Attack
just
of
your normal attack
opportunity.
with your sword.
Okay. I guess I don't get.
You get your proficiency
The
and your attack
double action.
modifiers and stuff. You don't get 2 swords, just the one.
Oh, thank you, dice gods. I got 18 plus 6 to hit,
Alright.
so 24.
All right,
I
that's
keep
going to
rolling this
stop their
18,
movement,
thank you.
and you are going to cause damage. Go ahead and roll your damage for me.
That's a 1d6 again, still for the short sword.
Oliver, you looked at me
so
funny.
3 plus-
It only stops movement if she has the sentinel feet.
Oh, god damn it! You're right. Well, then it's going to still end up over here.
Oh,
Sorry, I
Okay.
have been playing
well, I got
400
6
other
points-
systems. What was the total, Roxy?
6.66 for damage.
6 points of damage?
It was the 3 plus. Yeah, a 1d6 plus 3. I got 3, so
Okay,
3
so
plus
6,
3
gotcha.
is 6. Right?
Yep.
Yeah.
All right,
Is that correct? Was
that
that
is correct.
okay?
That is all that
Okay.
person is going to do. Xeris, your turn.
What is the movement within this?
In this space, it's doubled.
So
So if you move one space,
Every
it counts
square
as 2
is 10.
spaces. Yes, every square is 10 inside this cone. And that counts also for like the exterior
What about
stuff
just
like out here.
leaving?
Do you have anything ranged, Xeris?
yeah, I have a crossbow.
You can
I
bonus
mean-
action dash, right?
Yeah.
I can't. Yeah, I can dash. I'm wondering. Sorry, I just feel like completely out of my element right now. If I dash, what does that do? Because
Dashing basically
Doubles your
doubles your movement total. So instead of moving 6 squares, you can move 12 squares. That counts as your bonus action for you, though.
Yeah, so I wouldn't be able to do. Well, Garen, I can't even do sneak attack anyway because no one's really near anybody anymore.
Correct.
But I could potentially. Well, then I wouldn't be able to get away. I know you need something that I can do, and I can't think of anything right now because everything I wanted to do is just gone.
I say just get out of
just-
the get
just
out of
get
the
out of
ice
there.
zone and shoot
Yeah.
somebody.
Yeah. Do that. Shoot the one that's closest to us.
Yeah. Well. Yeah, because he's the one that's attacking.
Who's,
I guess.
who's concentrating on the ice right now?
Purple,
The
right?
purple.
So
Yeah,
shoot.
shoot that guy.
Okay. All right. I'll move out of the ice. I'm gonna
Well,
shoot.
actually, it's not purple. Sorry, it's red, but it's not a concentration spell.
Gotcha.
It is
It just
a
turned
ice,
into-
ice
it-
falls
Just-
and turns the area into difficult terrain.
It just happened.
Yeah.
If I wanted to hide after this, how close do I need to be to something to hide in?
You would have to, I would say, probably move over to those rocks, and you can hide very, very easily.
Okay. All right. Well, I'll step out of the ice. I'll fire. I'll just do.
Who are you firing at?
We'll fire at purple.
Okay.
Let's see what that does. Fuck. Do I add anything? I just can't remember if I add anything to
You
it.
add
Sorry,
a
my
dexterity
brain just
modifier.
stopped. Dexterity
And if you're
modifier. Thank
proficient
you.
in the weapon you're firing, you would add your proficiency bonus as well.
I'm not because it's a crossbow. 11.
11 is just going to miss, unfortunately. As you fire
Okay.
your bow, as you watch as it goes over top of them as they duck underneath it.
It's not the thing I should use. All right, then I'm gonna hide.
Okay. So if you want to move over by those rocks, there you go. All right, you are considered hidden. Next up is going to be Oliver. I need you to give me a death saving.
I have rolled a nat 20 on my death saving throw.
All right, that is 2
Oh,
successes.
baby.
So, for those of you
That's
who
so
don't know,
good.
a death saving throw, you have 3 death saves that you have to make. There's 3 successes and 3 failures. Oliver has just made 2 successes. He needs 1 more to get back up, or at least to stabilize. All right, next up is going to be this pink one over here, who is going to move over to this other person, and you watch as they raise their bow and are going to fire at Voxy. Missing catastrophically in the chaos and the flurry of the magics that are being cast around. Top of the round with Voxy.
I'm shooting right. Do I want to shoot at? I'm gonna jump in front of Oliver, and I'm gonna shoot. Purple just went, so. I'm trying to decide which one.
I'll say this:
I
do
should
you
shoot
have
at
any
pink
way
or
of
purple.
healing Oliver?
I have the help action. I don't have any spells that are. I mean, I could cast fog cloud on him so that nobody messes with him.
Gotcha.
I
think that's probably not
otherwise.
I got
don't
him.
have healings.
I got
Okay.
him next round.
Yeah,
Next
yeah.
turn.
Gonna. Okay.
He'll be
No
fine.
I don't
worries.
have any kind of
No worries.
healing right now. Does the help action doesn't do anything right now, right?
Nope.
Okay. So I would love to pull the classes to know whether I should shoot at purple or pink.
Pepper, you're on deck. Just be ready.
Because I've got my
Got it.
longbow.
My vote is purple because it's
Right now,
Yeah.
the person who has caused the most amount of damage is purple.
Purple's magic caster.
Yeah. I'm not too close to them, right?
No, you're 10 feet out.
Okay. So I'm gonna shoot purple with my longbow.
Okay, go ahead and roll a hit.
15.
15's gonna hit. Roll damage.
Yes. 1d8. Where's my 8? This is my 8. 6 plus 3 is 9.
9 points of damage. Gotcha. Aiming for purple, you said?
Yes.
All right, noted. Pepper, you're up.
Okay, scurry over to
Oh,
Oliver.
wait.
cast-
Wait, I'm so sorry.
Yep.
Wait. That guy counts as within 5 feet. Pink counts as within 5 feet, right?
Of purple, yes.
Purple.
Of purple. Horde Breaker. Once on each of your turns when you make a weapon attack, you can make another attack with the same weapon against a different creature that is within 5 feet of the original target and within range of your weapon.
Okay, go ahead and make another attack.
Can I do that?
Yeah,
All right.
absolutely.
I'm going to fucking go for pink. And I'm going to do... So that was a... Oh, I rolled... Or I have to roll a hit again, right?
Yes, you do. Yeah.
Yes. Okay, just making sure. 15 plus 8 is a 23.
That's gonna hit. Roll damage for me.
Right? Yes. 5 plus 3 is 8.
All right, noted. You take your bow and you fire it
Thank you.
at the purple mages. You see it slams into their armor and they let out a yelp. You pull back your bow and fire again as it slams into the chest of the pink guard. As you watch as they grab onto the arrow and let out a muffled cry. They're not down, but they're hurting. Next up is Pepper.
Okay, scurry over to Oliver. Cast 3rd level Cure Wounds.
Okay. This energy flows out of your hands and into Oliver. How much for how much?
I rolled an 8, a 7, and an 8 on 3d8. So that's
Nice.
15 plus 23 plus 4 is 27.
27 HP
Yes.
is added back to Oliver, and he wakes up on the
Oh.
ground.
Oh, yeah.
And
And he
I
looks
give
pissed.
him. I scamper back to Calland, and as I go, I give bonus action inspiration to Oliver.
Okay, gotcha. What do you do to inspire Oliver in this moment?
I say, get the fuck up!
Yeah.
Seems like it works.
But what about our battle cry, though? Our battle cry.
By the shaft.
That was a good
But yeah, I also scream by the shaft.
Oliver's like, yeah!
All right, you watch as this mage, the purple mage in front of you, their body flows for just a brief moment before there is a as they vanish in a cloud of mist and are blasted back away from you, using Misty Step to escape. And you watch as they are beginning to take off running as well, as far as they possibly can get. Next up is going to be Red, who does the same thing, who begins running 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 to here.
Cowards.
Next up is Xeris.
Okay. I am going to go to this guy and rapier the fuck out of him.
We
That a
gotta find a
sneak
better way to
attack?
say that, I think. But go ahead and roll a hit.
Sure.
The worst name to sword.
Yeah.
15.
15 is going to just miss, unfortunately. As you grab your rapier and swing it around and try to stab forward as he glances the blade away. And what
Question.
you like to do? Answer.
Okay, so I can two-hand with the dagger,
Uh-huh.
but that's my bonus action, so then I couldn't hide.
Okay.
Correct?
Yes.
Right. Am I correct about that? Okay. I have 3 hit points. I'm going to hide.
Okay. So leaving his space, you're gonna incur an attack of opportunity.
Okay. Oh, fuck.
Because you can't hide in plain sight in front of him.
Was that?
Yeah, that's true.
But was that first attack just a sneak attack?
Can
Have
you-
you
can you-
unhidden?
It was not sneak attack.
I can't sneak attack because he's not close enough to anybody.
Oh.
I would give you know what? I'll give you advantage on the attack since you were hidden and you surprised him. Give me another roll and see if it's higher than 15.
Thanks, Jordan. It is higher than 15. It's
Hey.
like 25.
Much better. Go ahead and roll damage then.
Yes.
Because you had advantage, now it's a sneak attack.
Oh, really? Okay.
Yeah.
Shit.
Yes.
Okay. Things that I just need to learn at some point. So it's rapiers. Okay, so 7, and then you said it does count as sneak attack?
Yeah.
Okay.
7 points.
So, well, no, if I have the sneak attack, I gotta roll that damage too. So
Don't bother.
Okay.
He's definitely gone.
I was gonna say I'm gonna roll a bunch more dice because I don't have them all together.
You watch as your rapier flips out as you stab forward. You catch him in the gut and you pull out and twist around with your other hand and grab your dagger and stab it straight into his chest as he coughs up a small little spittle of blood that lands on your hand. Before he falls, you keep your blade where it is and he collapses down and you pull the blade from his throat. Next up is going to be Oliver.
All
The
right,
mages
here
are
we
on the
go.
run.
Okay, yeah. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6.
Okay.
That puts me at 30 feet from that guy, so I'm going to pull a javelin out of my little Java quiver and just throw it at him.
All right.
Java.
Have a quiz.
Have a quiver.
And
So
you know what?
many
Matter of fact,
silly little
yeah.
words.
Not quite as
All
good
right.
as Gauntlet, but it's close.
I have rolled a 19
It's gonna hit.
for
Roll
my first
damage.
attack. I
Who-
have
and you're
rolled
aiming
a
for purple?
5 for purple, yeah.
Noted.
Did I get him? Does he got?
He's not dead.
Okay, then I'm gonna throw another javelin at him.
Okay.
This time I have rolled a 24.
That's gonna hit. Roll damage.
And that one does 8 damage.
All right.
No, wait, I'm sorry. 9 damage.
Okay. You throw your first javelin, it slams into the back as they slowly stop for a second, and then you whip out another javelin and chuck it as hard as you can. It slams almost the exact same place as the other one, and you watch as he quivers for a second and then collapses into the dirt, sending up a cloud of dust. He is dead. Final person is the red mage.
Call it a comeback.
Oliver,
Thanks to Pepper,
anything
I
else?
don't even need a second wind. No, I don't have any bonus actions that can be helpful to me right now, so I'm
All
good.
right. Top of the round, Voxy.
All right. Red is done. Or no, red is
Purple
red
purple
all
is
that's
done.
left?
Red is the only one that's left.
All right. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay, what I want to do
Mhm.
is, am I able to see how bad is he hurt? How close to death is he?
He's not bloodied.
Fuck. Okay, so I'm gonna 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Can I run up here, jump on top of the wagon,
Uh-huh.
and I'm trying to decide if it's worth casting Hunter's Mark and then shooting him.
I mean, it's always worth doing a Hunter's Mark because that gets you extra damage.
Yeah, I'm gonna fucking cast Hunter's Mark at 2nd level.
All right, this
Um,
sort of like energy connects you with this person for just a brief moment. And as they're running, they glance back over their shoulder and you see their eyes through their mask and they look terrified.
Yeah, good. And then I'm gonna shoot with my longbow again.
Okay, roll to hit.
14 plus 8 is a 22.
That's going to hit. Roll damage.
Yes. Fucking 8 plus 3, and then with the Hunter's Mark, is it another 1d6?
I believe so, yeah.
Okay, and then 1d6, 8 plus 1, 9.
So 9 total?
Yeah, when I rolled the 1d8, it was 8, or,
I thought you had 11.
it was an 8 plus, yeah, it was 11, sorry. 11, I rolled an 8 plus 3 is 11, and then the 1d6 was a 1.
Okay, so 12 points total?
12 points total.
Gotcha. They are looking very, very hurt at this point. And it now being Pepper's turn. Pepper, what would you like to do?
So I got line of sight right there. Absolutely.
Want to question him?
Wait, I mean, I don't think I'm thinking about that. I'm gonna be real.
No.
I think that
Yeah.
that's fair.
I don't think that that's going on in my brain. I'm doing 3rd level Scorching Ray, which is absolutely ridiculous to do at this point, but I'm very emotional.
All right, go ahead and roll the hit for me.
Okay. So that's so that is 4. So okay. 26
It's gonna hit.
first. 12 for the second.
It's gonna hit.
13 for the third.
It's gonna hit.
Yeah, 23 for the fourth.
They all hit.
Okay.
Pepper, I'm not gonna make you roll for this.
Okay.
How do you kill this mage?
Like I think just like fully crying at this point. And just like holding out hands and just shooting. I think it's very reminiscent of old Pepper, like when Pepper cast fire like all the fucking time in season 1. And just absolutely like shooting back to back, like kind of unloading onto him. And
Of these fireballs that these blasts of heat slam into the back of this mage. You hear this woman cry out in pain as she falls to the ground, and you hit her a couple more times as there is explosions of fire in her back, and she is dead. And you look over and you see laying on the ground is Calland, who's unmoving. You can also see still standing up with blood poured down her entire front is the dead Sarah.
So there's like a spell on them that's keeping them from moving? Or from like...
Voxy, give me a nature check with advantage.
15. Oh, wait, no. With advantage. Oh. Hold on. One didn't count. 16, and then 17 plus 21.
You recognize this immediately as the effects of giant spider venom.
Out of game question, both of the vials that I had were venom. There's no chance that that second vial was any kind of anti-venom, right?
No. But you do know that this does not last forever.
Mm-hmm.
Maybe given like an hour or so, they'll probably return back.
Well, Sarah won't.
I have lesser restoration that I would like to use on Callan.
Okay. You hold your hands out.
That I think should remove at least the paralysis.
Yeah. Hold your hands out over Callan, and you watch as his like body begins to relax and his hands go down and his eyes, they were glazed over, they sort of like open up and awaken. And he goes, okay. And he sits up and gives you a hug.
I just grab him and I'm just like sobbing into his shoulder.
Why did you do that? You should not have
I don't
done
know,
that.
I'm-
It's not worth it, Pepper.
I'm sorry, you're like my family and I just did it. I didn't know what to do.
Oh, come here. And he holds you tight. Xeris, Oliver, what did the two of you do?
We have to go.
Yeah.
I know that a very bad thing has happened here, everybody, but we don't have time to mourn because it's just going to get worse if we stop now.
We gotta assume that Kashar is gonna know that we're gonna get past this and be on his tail. He knows we're strong. He knows we're smart. And he also seems to be several steps ahead of us.
Xeris, will you go find a blanket or something?
Yeah.
Foxy, will you help me? And I'm going to start picking up Sarah's body.
I'm gonna get a blanket from the cart and help him wrap. For sure. I should wrap the body.
Voxy is on her knees, and you said you guys bring over a blanket.
Yeah, we're just going to cover the body up.
I'm gonna take it from you, a little aggressively, and I'm going to slowly put it on top of her.
You do so and cover
And
up the...
then and then I am going to pick her up and take her to our cart.
You struggle a bit, but you pick her up and carry her over towards the cart, leaving Xeris and Oliver there. Calland is sobbing into your shoulder, Pepper. And you hear as he goes, he said he wanted to talk to me about something, and I wasn't sure. And I went in there and I was ambushed by thugs. Pepper, I'm sorry. I'm so sorry that this happened to you.
It's not your fault. It's not your fault. We have to go.
Okay.
We have to go. And I get up and I
He doesn't
help
have
him
his
up.
cane, so you have to help him up.
Like
and...
a stick around here.
Yeah, there's probably a stick somewhere that you give him.
I can hand him a
Something.
javelin.
Okay. No.
Okay.
And
He uses that to make his way back to the
Yeah.
cart.
yeah, so we use
Xeris,
that.
What are you doing?
I think that Xeris is, I don't know, probably not. It's like it's responding in a different way emotionally than I think everyone else is. I feel like I was trying to help with Sarah's body, but like Voxy it was just like, no, this is what I want to do. And then, the thing about like, oh, well, maybe we should have questioned that last guy. And then Pepper just like obliterated that person. And then, I guess because Xeris is trying to think logically when logic is out the window right at this point.
I think with that line of thinking, You walk over towards the body. The scorched body at this point.
Yeah.
You kick it over and reach down and pull away the mask. And you are looking into the face of LaFerlin.
Oh.
I fucking knew it was gonna be somebody. I fucking knew it was gonna be
And
somebody.
one by one, you go and you look at the other bodies that are lying around you, and you find that they have Arcane Alliance sigils on them.
They're all like teachers and students or something.
LaFerlin is one of the people that set us on Kashar's path, right?
But then Kashar
yeah, it was
saw
part of the
him
test.
He
and
wanted us.
he
He
took
fucking
her.
wanted us to find out.
Yeah, no, he wanted all.
And
He,
Lucerne,
he know, or
Lucerne
was
got her out
he-
of there.
Fuck.
I tried to say we
Right.
shouldn't have killed the last person.
Well, it.
Is there? Well, no. I'm.
Is there
I'm not
anything left on any of these bodies that would be of use at all?
I'm
Okay.
not going to make you roll. They are carrying nothing on their persons.
Okay.
Inside of
Then I'm
them
gonna
is
start
they have-
pushing the cart that was blocking the road out of the way so that we can get on our way.
Okay, you do so, and you see as Roby helps Calland into the cart and looks over with Marcin, both of whom look absolutely terrified. And the four of you climb into the cart. And you have a brief moment as the cart begins rolling away, and you feel, looking back to see the bodies on the road. Xeris, what's going through your head?
The thing, I guess, that's he gave us an impossible choice, and even more impossible, I feel like, for Xeris having no super direct connection to it's like there was a connection, but at the same time, like if Xeris had to make a decision, he probably could have picked one. But then why is he thinking I could have picked one? I guess. And especially, and then I guess it's also going back to what, Oliver said about how I'm the one that could make those sort of decisions. And I kind of froze in the moment because it's like, I know the attachments that everyone else kind of has. And then also magic being something that I just truly can't like.
When you've been in a group this long, it's harder and harder to be morally gray.
Yeah.
Pepper, what's going through your head?
Like rationally knowing that the circumstances were put up by Kashar and that there was no way that I know of that both Calland and Sarah could have gotten out alive, but also knowing that I did make the choice and I did do what he wanted me to do. And knowing that even though I picked Calland, it doesn't negate how much I cared about Sarah and how guilty I feel.
Oliver, what about you?
I don't like how much Kashar seems to identify with me. I don't like that he thinks he has a kindred spirit in me, and I don't like that I'm seeing some of myself in the way that he's acting, and I'm pissed. I'm tired of being jerked around, and I wish that I could have done enough magic to get us out of there.
Just sitting there almost seething with anger and knowing where that took you last time. There's a flash in your head of the downstairs of that mob house with the remains of the people. You also look up as you see Eltorin Harlow's face looking you dead in the eyes as you choke the life out of him. Voxy, what's going through your head?
I am completely and utterly enveloped by this grief that is anger. And I think it is almost a catatonic level of focus, but also on nothing but looking at the blanket in front of me and seeing the puddle on the ground as the cart goes by where it happened, and being able to think of nothing but the look on her face when she walked out of the room the last time we spoke.
You see her with hatred in her eyes, tears streaming down her face, looking you dead in yours. And we cut out to the cart making its way along the road. As we see in the distance, Glint Harbor is approaching. And with that, we are going to end our session. If you'd like to see more stuff like this, please visit our Discord. But for now, I think we're just going to end it. Have a great night, everybody.